Welcome to the Hidden Driveway Show. I'm your host, Amu, and when we have some very special guests, plural, Stereo Center. If you'd like to introduce yourselves.
Dom, you go first.
What's up? I'm Dominic, one half of Stereo Center. From Australia. I don't know what else there's to say about
I'm Robin. Yeah, that's valid. I'm also from Australia. I am the other half of Stereo Center, and yeah, I don't know. That works. This is Mimikyu. This is the third half of Stereo Center.
The third half.
It's the real brains behind the operation here.
It's like a Ratatouille type situation where he just kind of sits on Robin's
I have this
head and like controls
huge top.
everything.
I have this like massive top hat that I wear all the time, and no one knows.
Like
it's
the
actually
Pharrell
because...
hat that Pharrell was wearing in like 2014. It's like that type hat.
Mm-hmm.
I think Pharrell also has one of these.
Yeah,
that's what's happening. That's like
that's a whole other discussion.
Anyway, let's get into it.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is gonna be a kind of special one because it's not the first time that I've done a duo interview, because I have done one before, but I'm kind of interested because with that one, they were both like there together in real life, so y'all are able to kind of exist independently, do your own things. I'm kind of curious how this one is gonna go.
Yeah. Well, we could have like got.
We could have. It's just like really. It was gonna be like really early for us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was worried I couldn't get to Robin's like in time for it. Yeah. So we did kind of think about that, but yeah, we low key, yeah. Who was the other duo?
So they're not a group, but they like work together. It was J. Cole and Drive, and then Paid and McKnight, who were two like rappers, but they had dropped an album together and wanted to like do something to like help promote it, so we did that.
Real.
But they're super cool also.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sick. Yeah, that's like the cool thing about Hidden Driveway, I feel, is that like so many artists just get given a platform, and there's like hella people I haven't heard of like on there. Like I feel I'm super out of touch with like American underground. So it's super cool to just like see all these like cool artists that I have like ever heard of in my life and like listen to them talk about shit. Like
it's a really good way to find new music.
I feel like we need something like that here in Australia, because like we have I feel like we have blog posts that kind of cover things, but no one really like does interviews like this.
I mean, I saw there was that one guy. I forgot his account name, but I know he covers y'all a lot, right?
Five dubs.
Yeah.
5 dubs.
Yeah.
He's cool.
I love 5
dubs. He does do interviews, but they're not as like long form as this. But he is like really
this is like really good.
I've been friends with him like since he started that page. He's sick.
Yeah.
Shout out 5 dubs. Go follow.
And it's also sick of you to interview like artists like us like outside of the US, because that like
like
it's all about
how many outside of the US have you done?
There's been a few like UK ones. There's been some like Canadian ones, and then there's like someone from Iceland, someone from Norway also. So
shit,
that's crazy.
Oh, and Brazil too. Yeah, there's been a lot.
Yeah,
wow,
sick.
Damn.
Does that mean we're the first Australians?
You are the first Australians. Yeah, that's a whole continent.
Let's go.
It's all y'all.
Let's go.
Wait, that's fucked. That's awesome. That's so cool.
That's a milestone. Real as shit.
Yeah.
But so to get us started, it's gonna be kind of hard actually, because it's two of y'all. Is there anything that y'all want to talk about? Is there anything on your mind right now? I don't know if y'all want to figure something out, or if you have your own independent ideas of what's going on. But
I mean, I'm cool with it just being a conversation. Like I'm down to just like jump in.
Yeah, exactly. I'm down to get into like anything you want.
Yeah,
like I
really
happy. Don't
just
mind.
Like,
the one thing I will say is stream Kemtrails. Go get that.
True. Yeah.
Shameless self plug.
The one thing that I will say is that we have a bounty out on David Guetta. So if you find him, we have something for you. Anybody watching this,
he wants to stop racism though. Like, come on.
But like, if you find him,
true.
That's an upside. That's an upside to him, I feel. But like, we do still have a bounty out against him. So if you find David Guetta, bring him to us, dead or alive, and you will get a reward.
I mean, I feel like I would bring y'all to him, and then force him to collab with y'all. Put him on a feature.
That'd be crazy.
And then you get $1 million. I feel like that's the play.
David Guetta Stereo Center collab.
Yeah, because he's so like everything we're not. You feel?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the polar opposites would be like fun to bounce off of, and like some crazy shit would happen.
Yeah.
because we are like at the polar opposite ends
You
of
get like
electronic music.
hardcore acid techno drum and bass IDM shit, and then there's a build up into like that deep house like 4-on-the-4 kick, like dump, 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 you know.
Yeah, like some like corny ass festival EDM shit.
Yeah. Those videos are so brainless. Like, it's really funny.
No, I just love that. Shout out to his family and.
Shout out to his family.
I love the emote he does with his hands. I love this. I do this a lot.
You've hit this. Like, you've hit this behind the deck.
I actually hit this. There's like a lot of videos of me DJing where I hit the Dave Guetta.
The Dave Guetta method.
Whenever we're listening to music and like I'll hear something I like, I'm like, this shit make me want to hit the Dave Guetta, and then start doing this with my hands.
I'm more of I'm like a one armor. I feel like.
That's good. That's
good. No, that
real.
goes hard too.
I love hitting the like one arm circle, like, you know, like back and forth.
Ooh, yeah, that's interesting.
Like, you know.
Yeah, I do
that's
like
good.
finger guns. I think finger guns are cool.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I do that
I like
too.
double arms. I feel.
No one tells you this when you're DJing.
Yeah.
No one tells you this. Half of DJing is just having really good emotes.
Half
of it is DJing, and half of it is just like knowing what to do with your hand.
Yeah, no, I had to do it for the first time in November, and I had like, I never realized like, oh yeah, I have to do something while I'm up here, because if you just like do the thing, like it's kind of.
You can't just be like.
Yeah.
You can't just be standing there and like mixing.
Yeah.
Unless you're like really cracked, you gotta be like moving and shit. Like.
Yeah,
you know,
like
stage
presence is a big part of it, eh? Where were you DJing at?
No, okay,
yeah,
so
actually.
For my, this sounds so crazy, but it was a final for one of my classes actually.
Oh, that's sick.
That's hard. Yeah, we did a similar thing actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like after, like it was like how because we just finished year 12.
Yeah.
Which is like the last like year of grade school here in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how the fuck they do it in America, but we had like formal, which I guess is like it'd be prom for you guys. Yeah. So we had like our final like prom thing, and then for afters we basically like threw a bush stuff, which is like a rave that happens like out in the bush.
Yeah.
I feel like a forest rave would be the equivalent, like in a different place, like some out of the way fucking. So we threw a bush doof on a property, and we DJ'd for like 6 hours there
until dawn.
And,
it was
like,
insane.
Yeah, it was just like an after school type thing. It was crazy. Wait, but you're saying it was like a final assessment? Like something
like
you got graded on?
The whole So the course was interactive music, and it was like working with the like I'm a Logic user, but like we had to use Ableton for that class with like the push controller.
Yeah, I love Ableton. Rah!
Okay, I thought y'all used FL for some reason. I don't know why.
Hell no.
Damn,
hell no.
really?
Both
That's
of us
crazy,
are anti-FL Studio.
Yeah, we're like pretty anti-FL here.
I'm sorry, FL's the worst door. Easy.
That's crazy that you say that though, because we had another guy who came up to us who messaged me, and he was like, "You'll use Ableton," and I was like, "What? How do you know that?" And he was like, "Stereo Center sounds like Ableton music."
That's the best compliment, I think. We sound like Ableton music.
Yeah, and we were just like cracking up about that.
It's so funny
because it's like
what defines
Ableton
music?
No, I think it's because like y'all's synth design reminds me of BPIV, who I've also interviewed before, but he uses FL, so I think that's why I thought that.
Oh, I mean, we don't use the like stock
I'll have to
Ableton
check him
synths
out
that much. So it might be like similar plugins we use. Like we use Faceplant a lot. That's like industry secret.
Yeah, Faceplant's a big one for us.
Kilohertz in general is like
shout out Kilohertz.
Shout
they
out
should
Kilohertz.
Like sponsor us at
they
this
should
point.
Sponsor us.
No, I need to use that one because I keep hearing about it. Like last couple months,
Faceplant is just like
so good.
The best
Are you
VST.
on Mac? I can like. I shouldn't say this like
No.
Like I can hook you up.
Shh! Don't tell him. After the interview.
How to pirate it later. I can like show you how to pirate it.
No.
So,
but like Faceplant,
but
is
it
just
only
like,
works on Mac.
Yeah, I have a Mac. Yeah.
It's just the best VST.
Okay, yeah.
It's like if you put serum on like a lot of meth, it can do like anything you want. It's a beautiful thing. Like.
Okay.
And it has like a billion million presets as well.
Yeah, because I'm like a purity like Synology demon. Like that's what I use mainly.
Wait, yeah, I've heard about Synology.
Yeah,
I've heard that's good.
I've never used that though.
Yeah.
I've never used that.
I use the free version of it, but there's still a lot of good stuff with just that.
I was a Pigments truther for a long while.
True. You got it. You got it again recently, didn't you?
I got it back. Yeah, I got it back, and it's like still really sick. But I'm just like a diehard faceplant on everything, multipass on every track. Kilohertz is my goat. Yeah. That's how you get the Ableton sound, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Ableton sound.
For that class though, we had to like make a set like the whole semester, and then we had to like perform it at an event. And I found out that apparently someone had been working with our sets in other classes to do like visuals and lights for it and stuff. And I had no idea.
Oh, that's cool.
Sick.
That's a really cool way to. Like,
yeah. No, I love it when they do
awesome.
that shit with like they interlock courses and they like kind of link them together.
Yeah, but they didn't tell us. And like,
so did you have like? Oh, did you have like crazy visuals for your set?
Honestly, I'm not sure because I was so like focused on like what I was doing, I couldn't really see them.
That's valid,
but
yeah, and they're like behind you as well, right?
It'll just like
yeah, but the lighting was awesome though. Like the guy that did the lights, he told me he'd listened to my set like 40 times just on his free time apparently because he liked it so much.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Like that was sick.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Nah, that's so sick. That's how you know you cooked. We gotta do a back-to-back one day. Let's throw like a crazy party
in the Bermuda Triangle.
We'll back-to-back.
You gotta be in the middle somewhere.
Yeah, in the Bermuda Triangle. Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, meet in the middle.
Yeah, actually.
Pacific Ocean, and then like.
Yeah, we'll get 2 boats, and we'll just meet in the middle. We get one huge like.
Honestly, a boat party would go hard.
I'd do a boat party. That'd be sick.
Party.
Yeah. I DJ the Panopticon.
Yeah.
That'd go hard.
Yeah, the Panopticon DJ set is hard. Yeah.
Like imagine you're in the middle and there's like a turning like plate or something that you can like you're like in the middle and like you can like turn around, see everybody, you know, keep an eye on everybody, make sure they're dancing.
Yeah.
That'd go hard.
Did you see that thing that was like idea reverse boiler room with like 50 DJs around and one terrified fan in the middle? I think we should do that.
Let's get every DJ we know.
Yeah, everyone that's ever been on Hidden Driveway. Fucking like group team up, and then we just pick like one person to be in the middle.
And they have to dance like the whole time. It'd be like a 24-hour set too.
Yeah. It's a whole
wait until
festival.
they like
that should go for 3 days.
Yeah. It's like a festival, but everyone's like performing at the same time.
It's like a Mr. Beast video
at the same time.
Yeah.
How long can they survive?
That's great.
That's insane.
Oh yeah. So how did y'all first like meet initially?
I mean,
oh shit.
Like
okay.
We met like
I'll let Robin tell it from like I'll let Robin
nearly
tell it.
6 years ago now, in like year 8 of high school.
Year 7.
Well, actually, no, you're right. Actually, I was thinking of when we became proper friends, but in year 7 there was this class.
We became like proper friends in year 7.
Yeah.
No, in year 8, sorry, but we met in year 7 because we had like one class together.
We had this like performing arts class, like a drama class. It was really funny.
Yeah,
we're not theater kids, I swear, but like we had this like drama class we all met in, and we both went there to do music stuff. I mean, I don't know, Dom, you were a theater kid a little bit.
Yeah, I was a theater kid, but also I was also doing like music because I used to like play bass.
Yeah.
So
I was just a musician. Like I could kind of
Yeah, okay, well fuck you. But we basically like
class.
Real. And then we basically like I feel like we were friends in that class, but like you know how you always have friends that like you see in a class but you don't really hang out with outside of that class. I feel like we were kind of like that in year 7, and then I didn't really like my group of friends that much, so I kind of started like hanging out with like Robin's group of friends. So I would like move over there slowly. And then I feel like so we kind of became friends in year 8. And then from like year 9 onwards, like I remember hanging out on the first day of year 9. Like we were at school and then we left early. And then we just like went to the mall and hung out, and I swear, ever since like that day in grade 9, we have just been like best
locked
fucking
the fuck
friends. Yeah.
Because like we realized pretty early on that we could just talk for like hours about like random bullshit. Like I remember like some point in like late year 8, we were talking about like ASAP Rocky, and we'd been talking about him for like 3 hours, and I was like, whoa, we can just like hang out and talk about shit forever. You know? Like we can't do that with anyone else.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
I feel like everyone has someone like that though.
Yeah.
That they can just talk mad bullshit with for like an indefinite amount of time.
Yeah.
So, and then and I feel like
over quarantine, if we want to get into the stereo center lore, over quarantine, we both, like, online school, we both just, like, stopped doing it because they weren't making us do it, and it had no effect on our grades or anything, so we just, like, stopped doing that and started playing Terraria like it was, like, an office job, like it was a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Like,
there were literally days in that quarantine where because my dad, like, sits next to me in the same room, like, at where my desk is now. Like, we've had this set up for years where he's at that side of the room and I'm at, like, my desk on this side of the room. And there were literally days in, like, because we kind of had, like, 2 rounds of lockdowns, if that makes sense. We had, like, we had a bunch in 2020, like, at the start of 2020 when, like, COVID happened and shit. And then we had, like, another round in 2021. It was kind of over, like, spring, I guess. So, like, I don't know. It felt a lot worse over the spring one because like we couldn't really go outside and like hang out with each other even though it was like nice weather and shit, and it was like during our spring. So we would just play Terraria instead, and that's kind of like our way of hanging out. And there were fucking days in that quarantine where like I would wake up before my dad and like he'd be doing his 9 to 5 job from home, like working from home. And there would be days where like I would start playing Terraria like before he had logged on to work and like finish hours after he had like finished work. So Terraria was like our day job. And then I think STEREOCENTER kind of came to that.
Yeah, we listened to like we use like the Discord music bots to listen to like every Blade album.
Oh, I would do that too, yeah.
We listen to like every Blade album, every Boards of Canada album, like
we just each day was like a different artist. We would just
discog dive an entire artist.
Yeah, I'd do that with like
at some point. I guess we were just
and like Metro Zoo and stuff.
That's hard. That's
awesome.
We would also play Terraria though, like and do that.
Terraria's like the best game for that.
So cool. Yeah,
it's like such a good game for listening to so much music because like.
Yeah,
you know, you can just like
always
hang
just
out
performing like arbitrary tasks in Terraria.
Yeah, you're always just doing some random shit.
Yeah, it's like one kind of survival based goal, and you just like do that shit. That's crazy. I've been trying to. I want to start a Terraria world for like artists and producers. So
that'd be so cool.
You should get on that.
Yeah, tap in.
Yeah.
No, and I guess at some point we just decided, you know, we can like make music together if we want.
Yeah. Well, I feel like you were kind of making like hella music and shit. Like,
I mean,
way before. And then originally, I just did like
the visuals.
I was doing visuals, yeah. Then I started like properly making music in like 2022 and shit. And then like ever since then, it's been like collaborative.
Yeah, pretty much. And like I remember, I like. Put you onto like I showed you how to pirate all the plugins and shit. Like
I wanted to just like produce and make like beats for rappers, and then I feel like Robin kind of showed me like a different kind of music and like Boards of Canada and like all the old like 90s kind of electronic stuff, like Aphex Twin, like all the like old Warp Records artists. And then I was like, shit, I was like, wow, like producing doesn't have to just be like making something for someone. Yeah, like it doesn't have to just be type beats or making beats for someone else or doing something for someone else. Like you can make something and have it be dope, like on its own terms.
Yeah. And I remember you would just like troll through like Internet Archive for like 90s like experimental visuals.
Yeah, that's where a lot of the visuals came from too. Like in our old videos, like I would be looking on Internet Archive, and then I'd find like all these old different like 90s computer generated graphics that I thought were like sick as fuck. And then together we'd like sit down and we'd like chop it a bunch of different ways and make like visuals out of it, and that's like kind of where our old visual identity came from. It's changed a lot since then, but that's kind of like how it started. Is like I would find shit for like visuals to Robin's music, and then we'd like work it into something.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So that's kind of your yeah.
And I guess it's a bit of a good transition actually. Okay, so admittedly, I'm a bit of a Last.fm demon, and I often use the recommendation feature on there to find new artists to listen to. And because I was, I'm friends with like Bappy and like Isaacs and like all those people. So because I listen to all their music, y'all stuff actually got like recommended to me a lot. And for years, I would see Stereo Center with your self-titled cover as the profile picture. I would see that for years, and for some reason, I just never listened. So my bad. But I'm very glad that I finally did get introduced to y'all's world, because there's so much cool stuff that y'all are doing. And I feel like even who's electronic artists I've interviewed, like I've done like BPIV, as I've said, like Pastoria, for example, you'll have your own very distinct personality, I feel like, compared to the other artists I've talked to on here. So I guess, how did y'all individually get into making your own music? Because I know how y'all met now. And then who are some of your biggest influences for it?
I mean, I'll let you go first, I'll let you go first this time.
Shit. I mean, I feel like our influences change pretty regularly.
Yeah.
Like, I think, especially recently, I feel like we've kind of, like, turned it into something else. Like, I don't know. I feel like we always, like, wear our influences on our sleeve. Like, and I feel like if I had to boil it down to, like, 3... Or like if I had, it is like that old 90s like Warp Records sound that we love. Like it's like Aphex Twin and Boards of Canada. Like that's what a lot of the older Stereo Center music is inspired by. But recently it's more been like a bit dance oriented, like especially with Chemtrails and that whole sound. I feel like there's a bit more of a dance influence and kind of like a wider sphere of influence from electronic music. But up until like last year, pretty much, it was all very like 90s electronica inspired.
Yeah, I guess I've been making music for like ages, like ever since I like, found out what a DAW is, like in like 2019. I've just been doing shit, and I started by vaporwave by myself because it was real easy. Like, you know, you just put like a sample in there and slow it down and like repeat it for like 5 minutes, and that's like music. And I guess I didn't really come into my own until we started doing stuff together, I feel, and until I started like pulling influence from like electronic music, I think. Like I've always wanted to, like, because I've known about, like, my dad put me onto Boards of Canada when I was like 6, and I've always wanted to do stuff like that, but I wasn't like good enough until like I'd been making stuff like for a while. And so yeah, like if you listen to early Stereo Center stuff, which is off streaming now, and I'll get into that later, but if you listen to that kind of stuff, it's like pretty much just like copy paste Boards of Canada. Well, I mean, it's still like our own stuff, and like it's still interesting and I like it, but like it's basically just that. And now I think with the vision, it's a lot more of ourselves. Which and a lot more collaborative, which is why I like that one a lot. And especially with this new one, I'm just like, with what we're doing now, we're just pulling inspiration from like every like area of electronic music that we enjoy. Like it's kind of a love letter to like electronic as a genre. Like I'm taking a lot of stuff from like weird brain dance shit like Aphex Twin and like Quadrant Dub, like that kind of stuff, like Basic Channel, and like weird techno and shit. And like Dom's got his whole like electro, like big beat.
Yeah,
like,
I've been listening to like a lot of like
shit.
old electro and big beat and making stuff that's kind of like more inspired by that. Like like old Black Eyed Peas, like that old electro pop stuff. I really love. Like,
that stuff's
Beginning's
awesome.
like one of my favorite albums.
Dirty
Bit,
like
the old the Prodigy type shit is hard. So I feel like it's kind of like a halfway point between like crazy shit and like danceable shit, and it's kind of like doing now is like this weird like halfway point between the two, and I think that's just been like so interesting to work on and like find that ground.
Like it's like you know, brain dance. Like it's like weird shit you can like put on in a club. Like
that's like,
you know,
what we're going for.
Like freaky intricate shit that you can also just like dance to and lose your mind.
Rock out
that's
to.
Like,
yeah.
Exactly. Because that's interesting. You know? Yeah. And also we're just like with what we're doing now, we're just kind of like having fun. Like making whatever we want and putting random bullshit in there, and like as long as it's fire and it sounds good, then it goes.
And that's how it should be.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly. Yeah. I feel like we kind of weren't doing that before.
Sometimes it's good to have like a concept and be like, okay, we got to do this, can't do this thing, and like be like singular. But like this time, the idea is that we're doing whatever we want. So like
the concept is
fun. You know? Yeah. So that's like the idea.
Yeah, and how is your actual process like for like working together on stuff? Like, how do you make how does the STEREOCENTER'S song like come to be?
Okay. So, I mean, for ages it was just like whatever I made, and it got more collaborative. I feel like it's always like the most collaborative that it's been like currently, you know. Yeah. Especially on like from like 2023 onwards, it's just been like basically half. Yeah. You know? Mm-hmm. But usually it's like we both sit down together in front of the same laptop and we like just like look around for sound, start some shit. Dom will usually play something in on the keys. And like, you know,
Rob
we're always
some
just
crazy
like
drums.
We're always just like saying like, what if we put this in there? And then we put it in there and see if it works. And it's like, I feel like it's really collaborative.
Yeah, after enough what ifs, I feel like it comes together.
Yeah.
You know, after we, it doesn't always sound good, like a lot of the time I'll put something in and it'll sound like ass, or I'll be like, yo, what if we had the drums like this? And then it'll sound like shit.
But you always got to try it. Mm-hmm. You always got to try it.
We just be trying, yeah.
But
we do also make stuff individually.
We do, yeah.
Each other. Like Kemtrails was a song that like.
Yeah, you had on your laptop.
I feel like Kemtrails is like kind of a good example of how like a song comes together, because like that is some shit that I started on my laptop. I had like a minute of it and I didn't know what to do with it. And whenever I have like a minute of a track I don't know what to do with, I send it to Robin and I'm like, dude, I need like help with this. And then so we like bounced out the stems and then we were like, okay, we'll keep working on it. And then I think we worked on it a little bit more and made a little bit more of it in like our school canteen. And there were like 5 different things happening in it. Like we were making it out like 1 earbud each in like our school canteen.
Yeah.
They were playing like Metro Boomin on a Bluetooth speaker like 5 meters away from us, and there were like kids with like bouncing a basketball around, and like just a lot was happening, and like we weren't really focusing. And then the next time we worked on it, like it was on Robin's laptop at his house. And then we like finished it in like a night. So it went from my laptop to like getting finished on Robin's laptop.
I feel like also, yeah. Like it's like really great. That's like one of my favorite like track making experiences, because like you started some shit like by yourself, and it's some shit that I probably wouldn't have ever made, and then you passed it to me and I did some shit by myself, and it's probably some shit that you wouldn't have done. And then we did some shit together, like to finish it off, that we probably wouldn't have thought of on our own, like either of us.
Yeah.
So it's like
that's always when like the beautiful shit happens, I feel, at that like halfway point of like how Robin thinks and how I think,
We couldn't really make STEREOCENTER by ourselves, like either one of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel
and that's
that.
why
like,
it's so good.
We'd make music, like,
yeah, of course, like
I feel.
Like we make music by ourselves.
Yeah, we do have our own like little things we do outside of one another. But like I feel like STEREOCENTER could not have just been like one of us.
Yeah, and it's so good because it's like the most collaborative. It is just like purely collaborative stuff now, and I'm like really enjoying making shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, plus y'all been doing it for 4 years now, so you definitely have that bond, like collaboratively, that you really can't get with like another person, because it takes so long to get to that point.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like we've been friends for 6 years and making music for 4 of those years, so it's
we're like locked the fuck in. Like we know exactly what each other's thinking almost.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes we'll like say it before the other person even like thinks it a lot of the time. You know?
And it's like, oh shit, like I was thinking exactly that.
Or like I'll be thinking it and then Robin will say it out loud and I'm like, you know, like it's that thing, it's that magic that happens, you know, because we have just like been friends for so long and we can kind of like read each other a little bit and like, we still have those like aha moments where like, awesome. And it kind of blows my mind a little bit because like, I swear, like, I don't know why. I just thought we'd stop having those after a while, after we had been friends for a while. But like, it blows my mind how many moments we have like that, where like I'll think of something and Robin's will be like, "That's exactly what I was thinking," or vice versa. You know, like it blows my mind how much that shit happens.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. I think it's perfect. Like I have this like working like musical relationship with anybody else. And it's like, I don't think I ever really could.
Yeah, me neither.
It's like,
yeah.
It's perfect. And you like, I think we each bring out like the best in each other musically and we like bring out what we want to make, you know?
Yeah.
Because like, I've wanted to do something like STEREOCENTER, like since I knew how to make music and I never would have been able to start it or get it off the ground or like commit to it without Dominik, I think.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I remember like, yeah, no, continue.
Yeah, I'm interested. I was interested to hear like your all's process, just because for this year, I want to work with a lot more artists, and I really haven't like. I send out beats a lot, so I'm used to doing that. But in terms of like producing a song with someone else, I really don't have a lot of like experience doing that. I'm just curious how that comes together, especially because like I thought y'all would be like I guess like sending files over because you both use Ableton, but you still do stems. So that'd be like my process too.
I don't use Ableton.
Actually, no,
you don't.
Wait, it's all about stems.
I use Logic.
Oh, you know what's up then? Okay.
Dom's a Logic user.
I'm a Logic user.
Yeah,
so,
I was gonna say something about that earlier when you said you were using Logic.
Yeah.
Course,
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's
so
like
I use
Logic plus Ableton.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a little.
I feel like
both. And
it's
yeah,
a
we'll
lot
like
easier.
Yeah, we'll either just make shit on the same laptop or just send stems to each other.
Yeah,
like
it's a lot easier when you're in person. But like if you're working if you're if you're making a beat with somebody, it's like really easy if you have the same DAW. Like I remember when I was still doing shit by myself, I made like a collab album this one time with someone, like a really fringe Bandcamp vaporwave thing. And we both had Ableton, so we were just like, oh, I'll just send you the project file. And I was like, oh, that's easy. And you can do that over Discord because it's like less than a megabyte, you know? Like project files are so tiny most of the time. But like I feel like it's just stems. Like that's the easiest way to do it. Like if you get all the audio and you like export that shit, you can like mostly make something like you can just build on that, you know?
Yeah. One thing I found out about recently that's like so smart and I never even like thought of it is you know what Parsec is, right?
Yeah, I think so. It's like
wait.
I remember I've used it to play Binding of Isaac.
Yeah, no, so people use that, but use it to produce together.
That's like such a good idea. You're so right, actually.
Yeah.
Like, wait.
I have a similar thing as well, Robin. I meant to tell you this because I found this out like literally I think yesterday.
Damn.
Yeah, fucking Chonzu told me this. Shout out Chonzu.
Shout out Chonzu, James. My Chonzu.
Some
of the best Australian music ever.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He's amazing. But he posted a thing and I was like, bro, this dude dual wielding DAWs. He got Logic and Ableton out at the same time.
That's
insane.
Then
and then he was like, yeah, no, there's actually like a hidden like link. Like apparently he told me that like and his friend like synced up their DAWs from Logic and Ableton over Wi-Fi at the same time. And there's like a hidden plugin in Logic that's like an Ableton link. You can do it if you're connected via Wi-Fi.
What are you talking about?
I don't know how it works.
You can like local play DAWs. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's not real.
That's what they were doing.
No.
This is insane. Need to like figure out how the
you
fuck
need to get
it works,
that.
But
you need to get that.
That is like a thing we can do.
Because
like
if
to try that.
If like I bring my laptop to yours or vice versa, we can just like local play music. That's like we can local play
work
DAWs.
on shit at the same time.
That's insane.
It was like fucked. I was like, wait, this is like a game changer for us, you know? Like So yeah, I meant to tell you that shit, but like I was gonna tell you when we hung out, but we haven't hung out yet. So
what the fuck, man?
Yeah, no, I'll bring it like later today because I'm probably
that's like such a method.
I'll bring my laptop around after this.
Yeah, do it. We can figure it out. We can
yeah, we'll figure it out like after this. Yeah,
bro,
easy.
I'm hyped.
Yeah,
thank you for bringing that up so we know about this.
Yeah,
you know. Parsec is actually, that's also a method though. That's like a really good idea.
Yeah, like, I never thought about it being used like that. Like that's so like genius though.
Yeah. Especially if you're not in the same room, that'd be like perfect. Because there's no real way to do stuff at the same time as someone else when you're in the same room, unless you like, I don't know. Like you can't do stuff in the same door.
Mm-hmm.
Like outside of that, that's crazy. That's such a good idea.
Yeah, Dominic, you're gonna be funny for this, but I didn't know that in Logic you could put plugins like between other plugins when you're adding new ones. I thought you had to manually like drag them around. And I was doing that for years. I had no idea.
Damn.
Even I know that. Like, that's like...
yeah, that's like Logic 101. Nah, real. I get that, though. There's like a bunch of shit I don't... Like, I'm pretty like lazy with Logic,
I'm gonna expose Dominic right now. I'm gonna expose Dominic right now. This motherfucker does not use keybinds. Like, this motherfucker... He will go...
Okay, but that's kind of like a running joke now.
No, yeah, you kind of have to do it now.
I just do it because it pisses him off.
You will like right click on like a MIDI clip and go like move your mouse and press copy and then move it over to where like you're pasting it to, and then right click again and then press paste instead of just going Command C Command V.
But I just do that shit.
Your workflow makes no sense to me. I'm baffled at how you do anything. Like, if I didn't have keybinds, it would take me 5 years to make anything, you know?
Yeah, I just do it because it, like, pisses you off at this point. Like, I did it once when I didn't really know how, like, when I was still figuring out the shortcuts, like, early on. And then, ever since then, I swear you've just been like, what the fuck? Why do you do that? I just kept doing it because it, like, pisses you off and it's funny.
It's like so fucked up. You have the most cursed workflow I've ever seen.
I know. Find me a music producer that doesn't, honestly, because I feel like if I sat down with anyone else, like, and I saw their workflow, I'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing? Why are you doing it like that?" Like, I feel like I'd get pissed off watching someone else's workflow. So I feel like it's just a thing of like, well, works for me, I guess. But I'm dead ass. I'm so lazy. I won't even like automate the track. I will like I will make a duplicate channel, put the effects I want on the duplicate channel, and then just copy what I want to that duplicate channel.
Okay, that's fucked up.
I do that too, actually.
That's fucked up. What if you want? What if you want?
So fucking lazy.
What if you're making a build up and you want like an EQ movement? Like, what if you are you gonna make like an individual track for every like beat that has a slightly higher EQ on it?
Yes.
Like, that's fucked up.
Okay, no, I wouldn't do that shit. If it's like pitch automation or EQ automation, I can do that. But if it's like reverb or something, I probably won't. Like, I'll just make a different track at that point. Like, it depends what you're doing. But for the most part, like, I will go out of my way to make sure I have to do like no automation shit, because I fucking hate that shit.
Up.
Yeah,
that's fucked up. I feel like it's just Logic automation looks really like stupid to me. Like, Ableton automation makes sense. You press A and it's
but
all
the
there.
Ableton one looks stupid to me too. So.
With Logic though, I don't know why, but I hate how it doesn't always snap to the grid perfectly. Like sometimes it'll be like slightly right after.
Dominic, your microphone! Did a demon possess your fucking Discord? What happened? Yo, I hate how Logic doesn't always snap to the grid.
Now we're back.
Yeah, we're back down.
Okay.
No, whenever I'm like with Dom on his laptop working on some shit, it's always like a millisecond after where it's supposed to be. How do you live like that?
Is the worst.
You know what you guys should do to fix that?
Like,
I have an easy hack. How you fix that? Switch to Ableton.
Switch to Ableton.
It's better. I'll take off my glasses so I'm not
happening.
Switch to Ableton. Do it.
Not happening.
It's better. I'm just saying it's better.
No, it's not. No, he's just wrong.
My little production quirk, and I've done this on like 3 beats that I didn't realize, but sometimes if the 808 I use isn't like properly like tuned all the way, I'll put auto tune on it to pitch the 808.
What?
Wait, yeah, I've done that
really?
too.
No, what the fuck? That's so
I've done that. Yeah, on a couple beats for Nathan, Float on Instagram, shout out. I told him I was doing this and he told me to shout him out. So there's your fucking shout out, Nathan. Jesus Christ.
Nathan. Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus.
Follow him on Twitter. He likes all my tweets. He's the
goat. On a couple beats. Yeah, he's very funny on Twitter. He has like this status. This is a whole side tangent, but he has this like reputation on Twitter, like in the like Oz underground kind of community, as the dude that predicted Cold Visions, like on Twitter. Like before Cold Visions came out, he like predicted that shit. And it's crazy because someone was when like Tortured Poet Department came out, like the Taylor Swift album. Mm-hmm. He was like, today every Taylor fan woke up and heard like 31 new songs from their favorite artist. I wish Blade, like, and he was like, I love them and I think that's great. I wish Blade would do that. And then Cold Visions came out like a couple days later, and he met another rapper like in real life, and then that rapper was like, oh wait, yeah, you're the guy that predicted Cold Visions, right? Like people know him as like the motherfucker that predicted Cold Visions.
That's
on
crazy.
Twitter, which is hella funny. So
that's fucked.
Yeah,
that's fucked up. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucked
but
up.
yeah, on a couple beats, I've been working on like a project with him and just like making beats for him. And I've done that. I've auto-tuned 808s on a few of those.
That's the most
beats,
fucked up. I couldn't never. I'm sorry.
It works though. It works.
This is my music producer elitism talking, but like I cannot. I could never bring myself to do that. That just sounds so fucked up. Like I'd kill myself before I did that. Like
it's fucking awesome.
Like that's valid, and I'm happy for you guys. But I would rather kill myself. I'm just saying. Like, just pitch it.
He ain't tapped into the method.
Use the knob to pitch it into the key that it's supposed to be.
Like I'll do it. It's still not like all the way there.
You can use sense. Like there's like a sense.
Okay,
I mean, in Ableton,
there's so many sense. There's so many sense. Why I would just if I just use.
There's only 100.
It just does it for me.
Cents. Yeah. There's 100 cents. You can just
exactly.
You can put a tuner on it and like tell how many
you're
cents
here complaining about how his workflow is too complicated. Do you want me to go fiddle with all the little numbers? I just put Ableton on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Bro, I'm so glad someone's like backing me up here because normally we'll just like 1v1 each other on this shit and then like
my fucking Mimikyu fell over, bro. I'm so
we'll just like agree to disagree, but like this is great now that there's a third person here.
Who's like oh, I'm so mad. Like,
this is the best thing about hanging out in a group of three. It's always like
Ableton users will get mad when you auto-tune an 808. Like, actually.
That's great.
I'm like the Ableton user. I think I'm like a stereotype.
Yeah.
Like if there was like a music production 4chan board and they made an Ableton user Wojak, that would be me. I'm happy about that though. I'm like happy about it. I'm cool with it.
Yeah. All right, I got a little visual of that in my head. And speaking of which, I actually want to talk about y'all's visuals because I feel like admittedly, like not every artist is gonna prioritize their visuals, and I'm kind of guilty of that too. But I feel like y'all have a very specific like concept like carved out. Like you'll have like the green thing going on. I see it on your Bandcamp too, on your Instagram layout. Yeah. And then I love how you edit your videos also. Layout. So like,
thank you.
What do you like? How do you like visualize like your art? Like, what's your process for that?
I mean, I like to think of us as an audio visual group. Like not just like a musical duo. Like we're an audio visual. Like that's how we started. Like audio and visuals. Mm-hmm. But like we both kind of we both work on audio and visuals together. And like I feel like it's just important to have a specific vision moving into like an album or a project. Like if knowing like what the music's gonna be is like half of it. Like knowing the like world that the music's in like informs you making the music, I think. And like for what we're doing now for Bio Radio, we're just picturing like this like 2006 HTML page pirate radio, like an online pirate radio station that like is just like getting like transmissions and broadcasts and putting them on like Livewire or some shit.
Yeah, just like a 27 like pirate radio broadcast of like the hardest beats imaginable. Like that's the concept for Bio Radio, and then we kind of carved out this like like the whole black and green aesthetic.
Like the
I
whole
think we
Matrix
literally
kind of
like
thing.
hashed all that out in like a night.
Yeah. Usually
like,
it just when it starts coming, it just like it's really fast.
Like we did a lot of the like design shit for that, and we like worked on some graphics, and we were like, yeah, we always try to get something going, like for the events we run as well. Like for the last one we ran, we did
we did like a visualizer and like it was like all black and green and like flashing lights and shit.
Yeah, was that the BIOCIDE one?
The BIOCIDE 3, yeah.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that shit was hard. Shout out everyone that played at that. Shout out Evergod. Shout out fucking Gooseball. All those guys. They came down from Sydney.
With the videos, I've been like editing videos and shit for years as well, and I use fucking like Premiere Pro, which I hate. I hate Premiere Pro, but it's just
Premiere
like
Pro's fucking awful.
It's part of my like workflow now, and I can't not use it, and I'm really mad. It's like just like cooking every like we don't record to music, which is a fucked up thing. I guess when you're making like electronic music, you don't really have to, but we kind of record like in silence. Like it's so funny recording because like I'll hit record and Dom will just be going like yeah, whoa. And like there's no music, but like
I have like videos of us recording on my phone. There's like a video of me doing
funny
chemtrails vocal. I'll send that shit to you after this.
No, it's
so funny. But yeah, like a bit in that song where I'm like, chemtrails fuck your brain up. Like there's like a video of me doing that into the mic.
I remember you had like a 4-line like kind of thing. Like, it wasn't just going to be that line. I think another line's in the song, too. But I remember you said the second line wrong. And you said, I'm out my mind like a space invader. And it's the funniest thing. It's still the funniest thing. I'm out my mind like a space invader. Yo!
I think I remember that, yeah.
No, it's real.
I remember that, yeah.
But like,
I forgot what I wrote. I wrote like 4 lines and I was reading them off my phone and I still fucked them up somehow.
It's so funny.
That shit is crazy. I'm glad that shit didn't make it into the final song.
With the visuals.
Yeah, that shit's mad funny.
I feel like it's still kind of spiritually like the first ever stuff we made. Because like, I mean, for our first stuff, we were a lot inspired, like very inspired by like fan-made Boards of Canada music videos. Because like, they have like 2 of their own music videos and like 1,000 ones made by like fans, right? And they're mostly just like, cut up like old footage, like old like archive footage,
like 70s like, nature documentaries,
weird type shit.
Yeah,
and so we started.
So I would just go
like
into
that.
Internet Archive and like find some shit like that, and
we
that's
started
where like a lot
like
of
that.
the old visuals came from.
And I feel like we still use those skills. Like we kind of like edit like footage that we take in the same way that we used to edit those documentaries together and shit.
Yeah,
and that's why it's like weird and cooked. And like I still like in the Chemtrails video, there's this like full playthrough of this horror game like website called lamando.com that I sped up by like 1,000% and like overlaid on top of something. That's like
sped up gameplay goes hard.
Taking like footage from all sorts of places and like mixing it into your own like and like editing it in a really cooked way, basically.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah.
But yeah, it's
I think the way we shot the Chemtrails video is actually like crazy. What we did for that video was we went out at night because I don't want to like basically we live in like a city, but there's like a small town outside of the city, which is where Robin lives, and like it's like a small town, like you can walk around in it, like
and it's pretty
easily,
like it's pretty fucked up, like it's a cheap place, but it's like
really
cool
it's like a
visuals.
Cheap place. It's like a budget version of like Canberra, pretty much.
Yeah,
which is where
we live.
From. And so we were in like the town that Robin lives in pretty much. And then like we just went out from like 9 p.m. at night till like midnight and we just got all the footage. And how we got the footage was it's like that's why you can see the iOS like we shot it on that 3DS.
We shot it on this 3DS. I've been waiting to pull this out. We shot it using the camera. But it was too dark to like capture anything. Like the camera, the internal brightness isn't like light enough to capture anything. So what we did was we got a phone camera and we spammed flash photos like in front of the DS. So I got my phone like in front of the camera and like spammed flash photos. So you can see the iOS like camera like like UI like in the video for some portions of it.
Yeah.
And my phone's like really cracked. Like it's fucked up. So like it like I don't know, there's just like this texture to it. It's really sick. Yeah. And it basically like DIY strobe lights. Like that's the idea. Like we don't have
and then
any
we like
lighting.
ran into a crackhead as well.
Oh
like,
god, we ran into one of those like
that's like the other funny thing that happened
heads.
that night. We got all
himself...
the footage that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, he called himself Old Boy Joe.
Old Boy Joe. It was he was like 30. And he was like, "You guys look like skaters." And we were like, "No, we don't skate." And he was like, "No, but you look like it though." And he was like, "That's what I used to look like." You know? And then he asked us like, no. You tell this. It was really funny.
Yeah. So it was like it was like nearly midnight and we were like, fuck, we should probably head back because it's getting kind of late. And we were like, we are like energy drink fiends. We love our energy drinks. And so we were like, let's go get some energy drinks before. Yeah, we have like energy drinks in the video.
Super Dry Monster.
Posted up with a Super Dry Monster, which you can't.
It was
get
the best thing. You can't get them anymore. They're not in the shops. You can find them in like convenience stores for like $7 to $8 each.
Yeah.
But like they're so tasty,
like,
and they just like
drink market in Australia is like kind of fucked up.
They were in the like general stores for a while, and then they took them out. So it's kind of interesting.
I'm mad about it. But yeah, basically what happened that night was we were like, okay, let's go get energy drinks and then head back and like edit all this footage we just took. And while we were out, like on the way into Coles, like Coles is like our supermarket, it was this crackhead called Old Boy Joe who just came and started talking to us. And like he was doing a weird thing where he would like, I'd answer the questions because like I feel like Robin was like we were both kind of scared, but I just like
you were like talking a lot and I wasn't talking at all.
Yeah. Like Robin was not talking.
I was
like every time, and so yeah, he was like, "Are you guys skaters?" I was like, "No, man." And he was like, "You dress like skaters because you know we do have that shit on." But like, I was like, "Nah, man, we're artists." And then everything I said, he was like, "Oh, we're artists. Shut the fuck up." And then he would just tell me to shut up, and then ask another question.
He'd be like, "Shut the fuck up." So what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. And then like, I kept answering his questions, and then he was like, "I don't like you. You talk too much." And then he went over to Rob and he was like, "Oh, cool. I like you. I don't like him though." And even though Robin like did not say like, shit during this whole interaction,
yeah, man.
Like, and then he started. Then he was like, "Oh yeah, you gotta get the Fruity Loops.
You got Fruity Loops.
He pulled up.
You guys know about Fruity Loops?" And we tried to be like, "Yeah, we know about Fruity Loops."
Like
and
a demo
"No, you don't know nothing
from
about
his
Fruity
phone.
Loops."
He started playing his music from his phone, like. And we were just trying not to like crack up because the demo was like horrendously
If
bad,
we laughed, we'd get stabbed, right?
Yeah, like we knew we
but
were
it was like so awful. I had to like lock the fuck in because it was like he was talking about fucking somebody on this like insane clown posse type.
Oh, he was rapping on it too. No.
Yeah, he was rapping on it.
He was rapping.
It was like, "Oh yeah, I wanna fuck her up, yeah, lad." You know,
I don't know. Like, I don't know if you've ever heard any like Oz rap, but it's like that type shit. It's like some of it's good. I'll be real.
Some of it's good. Underground stuff is great.
A lot of it. Yeah. There's a lot of good underground stuff, but I don't know if Australian boom bap is funny because it's like
it's so awful.
Again, Australian accents are just pretty funny, but like it was just so funny because we had to like lock in and not laugh. And then the other thing was he asked us cigarettes because like I went in and got us some cigarettes because I was like, we're gonna smoke in the video and it's gonna look really hard.
Yeah.
And like he started offering us a cigarette and he's like, "Oh, do you guys want a cigarette?" And I was like, "No, I don't smoke." Then he started asking us for our cigarettes, so we gave him a cigarette. And then
so like, why would you like offer one and then ask for one? Like make up your mind, right?
Yeah.
Like come on.
Exactly. And then after all that shit, this was in the parking lot of the supermarket that we wanted to go into to get our energy drinks. We were stuck talking to him for like 10 minutes.
Like 10, 15 minutes.
Our lives.
Like I was just like, I just really want to get in the Woolies.
Stopped and got away. The supermarket was closed and we couldn't get our energy drinks.
Yeah. Like giant cosmic joke.
Yeah.
Old boy
actually,
Joe.
bro.
He was like an evil spirit sent to make us not get caffeine.
Yeah, and now every time we're out in Robin's hometown, I'm like,
I hope we don't
what
run
if we
into
bump into old boy
Joe.
Joe again?
You
So
know?
that's some stereo center lore for you there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's some serious. What were we talking about? I like forgot.
We're talking about the
video
visuals.
visuals.
Oh yeah, Kemtrails video. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No, I think it's just really good to have like a visual identity. Like that's really important because a lot of people don't utilize visuals enough. When visuals are like key, I think. Like it's good for promotion, it's good for like world building, like to like establish the like aesthetic of your music. It's like
it just makes shit so much more cohesive.
Yeah, it's just really nice.
That's what I'd boil it down to at the end of the day. Is that
if you're just making music, like that's great. But like if you have like a world of like visual identity with it, that's like so much more, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like it helps you build your identity, and I feel like people latch onto something with a kind of visual aesthetic a lot easier to something with this just like no visuals or like, you know, careless visuals. I don't know. Yeah, but it's always been really important to us, like from day one.
Yeah, I need to work on that because like I have this like squid guy that I use in all my covers, but
that's hard.
Besides that,
squid guy goes hard.
He's so chill, but I have like nothing going on outside of that. I would like to put more like thought into my visuals, but I just don't know like what I would do for him yet.
Yeah,
sure. I
mean that kind of takes some like self-searching, I guess. It's like, what do you find cool? Like, I think the thing that helps us is to have like visual staples almost. Like, I feel like if you just come up with like 4 different things that you think go hard and then find ways to work them into like everything you do. Like the squid guy could be one. Like and I feel like we kind of did that for each project. Like I feel like for the last one, for the vision, it was kind of like it was doves. That was a big one.
Mm-hmm.
It was like eyes. It was like it was like that with the eye.
Yeah.
What else? What was some other like kind of visual like
eyes? I think just like general like pastoral imagery. Like
like pastoral imagery.
Grass.
Like it was just like 4 or 5 things, and it was like these
and once
are
you like
all
mesh
the
them
constants
together
that are
like,
gonna carry. Yeah. It's like how many ways
and also,
can you mesh them together?
And also like
that's where the aesthetic comes from.
Having like a font or a couple of fonts that you use like regularly is like really good to help establish a visual identity. I feel people underrate fonts.
Yeah.
We use this font called New Romantics for like the entirety of our last like aesthetic. And
oh, bruh, don't even get me started on the.
And when I say that we started using it like in like 2023, and then like a year later, we see everybody start using it. Like I'm not kidding.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
I hate to be like we did it first, but we did it first. Like.
It was like 2023, and we were like kind of designing the whole rollout for the vision like last summer, like December last year, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Like we were like, okay, we're gonna drop a single at the end of every month, and then release the album at the end of May. And then we were like, okay, we're gonna use these fonts for it. Like, okay, we're gonna like these are our visual staples. Like we had one of those afternoons where we got together and we were just working out all the visuals. We were doing everything. We picked out that font, and then like later on in the year, like after that album came out, I saw like so many people use that font, or like similar fonts, and I was like, damn, we really were on that shit before y'all, which is crazy.
Well, y'all know about the font game, bro.
Yeah, no, I feel like just working out like consistent things to keep across like all your visuals is like a key thing. Like for our project now, it's like the green and black, it's the biohazard symbol, it's the super dry monster, it's like
it's the matrix text, like the full
it's the
binary.
zeros and ones, it's the binary. It's like again, it's just like these things that like constants like in that,
and that's why I feel like
Bandcamp.
I love Bandcamp so much. I've been using it since like 2019. It's so good for visuals because you can like craft your own like website like with your own images and shit, and like customize all the shit on your page. It's perfect. Like I wish you could do that with like Spotify and SoundCloud. You know, it's so good for that, and it's also like the only platform where you can pay artists on.
Yeah, true.
Bandcamp is like one of the only like platforms that you can like actually support artists on. So You know, Bandcamp is for real ones.
Bandcamp's fucking lit. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you'll know. Anyway, yeah. Real as shit.
Yeah. So speaking of visuals, so the visual that I've had associated with y'all for a long time is the cover for your 2021 self-titled, like I was talking about before. And it's always just felt very, like, adventurous to me, I guess, like, that specific cover. Because, like, I like to go on walks a lot and just, like, do stuff with my friends or go on little adventures. And that feels like something I would see when I'm out there. And given that y'all are very close friends, you know, as you're a duo, obviously, I want to make this a little moment to show that both of y'all feel like you're very appreciated. So what are some of y'all's fondest memories of each other?
Loaded question.
Dom, you can go first.
Fuck. Okay.
Fuck you.
I don't know. That's a crazy thing that you like touch on that, because that's like very much like the core of the album, and I feel like it is based on like a lot of our own memories. And
like it's such an explorative...
That album's like when we started putting ourselves into the music. So that I love that. That's like the vibe you got.
That's really
from, like,
good. I'm really happy
and, like,
about
everything
that,
because I feel like if you don't explain what the album is about to someone and they pick up on what it's about, like,
that means you
tell
won,
them,
right?
That's how you know you've done a good job as an artist.
Yeah.
I feel so.
Like
I'm so glad that that's like what you picked up on, because that's like exactly what we wanted. So yeah, you're real as fuck for that. But fondest memories of each other. Holy fuck, where do I even begin? Again, like we have, because like we've been going to school together for like
5 years.
Yeah, 6 years. Yeah. So it's like we basically just saw each other every day for the most part, you know? Like
you make a fond memory every day, really.
Exactly.
Like,
I mean, yeah.
I have like
again, I'm trying to think of
specific ones.
I have this one that I always love where we were at your old house, Robin.
Yeah.
And we got our Arizona iced teas, and it was a really hot day in the summer. Then we were watching Atlanta, and then my main memory was just he got the can, he like went down and he like used his teeth to open the tab, and then he just looked up at me, dead in the eye, and he said, "I'm hardcore," and then drank the iced tea after opening it with his teeth. And I was like, what the fuck? This dude is crazy. That's like, that one stuck with me. It's not like a deep like memory or anything, but that shit stuck with me.
That's real.
Yeah, I don't know. What's one for you, Robin?
I just like, I've like loved, because you like your entire like musical, like artistic journey, I've like witnessed like all of it. And so it's just been really crazy. Like, it's just been really like, it makes me proud to think of how far you've come and shit. Like every time you like, I remember when that song on Sigils, you like first showed me that, I was like, wow.
Shit.
Like the last track on this EP we did between first and second albums called Sigils. The last track is like
also off streaming, but
also off streaming. Rest in peace. It's like the first track that you brought to me from your laptop for Stereo Center.
Yeah.
And not even laptop. You had this like big Mac Mini. Like I remember, like one of those like desktop Macs, cancerous device. I hate it.
Yeah,
but I remember you brought that to me, and I remember specifically. I remember you had a drum and bass break in it as the drums that you slowed down to like a tempo like this, and that's the first time I had never thought of doing that. And like we've done that in so many songs since that. And you like came up with that, and I always just remember being like, "What the fuck?" Like you've come so far that you're thinking of shit that I would never have thought of.
That's crazy. Yeah, damn.
It's like a beautiful thing, high key.
Nah, bruh, I never even thought about that. That's crazy, because I feel like the drums are like the least. Like I didn't even think about that. Like while I was making the song, like I had the drum loop, and then I was like. Again, because I would always just make loops. I'd never like finish anything. And I was like the drums that's some shit I would not even like think about like consciously. I mean, like I did it, but like
Yeah.
again, it's not something I was really aware of when I did it. And then
But
like
it's like it was so
I love how
smart to
you
me.
like always pick up on those things. Like it might not even be something that I notice too deeply, and then I'll play it for you, and you're like, I really love that element to it, and like it might not even be something I was like thinking about while I was making the song. You know, like it could have just been something I put in because it like sounded cool, and then thought nothing about. Like, yeah, no, like the way you pick up on things is like super crazy to me.
Yeah. But it was just so like, wow, like I'm like so proud of you for like coming this far, coming as far as you have.
That's fucked. Yeah.
Like I remember,
and that was in 2022
that was in
as
2022.
well.
Like when you first played me like Chemtrails, like the next year, I was like, holy fuck, this is like 200% from where you were last year, and you were cracked back then too. So it's like, you know, it's crazy shit.
Yeah, that's
just
the
like
truth.
watching
We
you
always
grow.
been cracked.
It's such true.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's the beautiful thing about like a plus 3 year friendship is you really do just like see the other person grow a lot. You know, it's like you've always just been there through each other through like our like shit. You know, like even when I'm not doing well or when Robin's not doing well, like we always there for each other and stuff.
Yeah.
So it is just kind of that beautiful thing. I'm trying to think of more memories now.
Well, let me let my dog out real quick. He's like asking me to let him out. Oh wait, can you get a feature on the? Wait, can you see him?
Wait, get Mango in here. I love Mango.
He's behind my mic. Damn it, Mango, come here.
He's like behind the fan
I
as well.
can see him
You can like
a
kind of
little
see
bit.
him. Yeah, shout out. That's the go right there. Yeah, but fuck. Concurrent gallery. That was another memory.
That was
like,
so.
That's
was
another
such an
night
interesting
where I
memory.
was like, bro, what the fuck? Like, okay, so for context. Concurrent gallery is this thing run by my friend Lame Dude Campbell. Shout out
the goat. I love him. He put out a song recently. Go run it up.
Oh yeah, Run It Up. That song's really good. It's called Nobody Else Cared. But so I feel like I kind of had this realization that because a lot of our friends like growing up in, because we were both kind of band kids like way back in high school, and we kind of had this realization that like whenever we got gigs, which wasn't very many times, but whenever we got gigs, I feel like they'd always put us on some like shit that didn't make sense for us to be on because we were like DJs. So like we opened for like punk bands like twice, and it didn't really work because they were fucking like punk bands, and you know we were just playing to like really unreceptive crowds, and like I realized I kind of needed to like hone in on like more electronic based live shows if that's something we wanted to do, and like. So I would just like cold DM people in our city in Canberra and be like, yo, can you like book me for something? Like I'd be like, can you book me for something? And then I think no one wanted to book us because we were DJs and we had experience DJing. We were like 16, 17 at the time, and we were still underage, so not a lot of people wanted to play, and we have like nothing in the way of all ages venues here. Like we have nothing in the way of any of that.
Yeah, that's why we have to.
We have nothing in the way of all ages venues, and it was this thing where I would ask someone to be like, "Yo, hi, I make music. I've been doing it for a while. I have a lot of experience DJing. I'm trying to get more live shows." They'd be like, yeah, like I can see you're talented. Come back when you're 18. And I just got so fucking like sick of hearing that all the time and like that rejection. But I met this guy with an office space. Elvis, shout out.
My God, shout out Elvis.
Siberia, Canberra.
Shout out Siberia, Canberra. Shout out
I met them, and they basically run events out of this office space in Canberra. That shit is called Blank. Shout out to Blank.
Shout out to Blank.
Like. Through that space, I met a bunch of other creative people, and one of them I met was Campbell, and Campbell was running this thing with a bunch of like the art students from the uni, and basically it was like an art exhibition. Like it had opened at like 4 p.m, and it'd be an art exhibition, so you could pull up and look at the art, and then like would be able to go through it, and like they'd have DJs from like a certain hour in there, from like 7 p.m. to like 11 or like 11:30 or like some later hour. Like, and Campbell kind of like saw like me and Robin for like who we were, and like we got along really well, and he let us headline the first concurrent gallery as well. And like we didn't really know anyone there because it was like a bunch of like art students who were way older than us. And like that was the first time like someone, because I ran like an event of my own at Blank that was all ages because I was sick of like
because we had to like
told
make our own event so that we could actually get a show, like, you know.
Because I was like, shit, I'm just gonna do it myself. So we ran our own show, and we've done like 3 of those now. But Campbell Campbell and Jackson from Concurrent Gallery kind of like saw us for what we were, and then they set us up with like a gig at the first Concurrent Gallery, and like we knew no one there, and like it was kind of this thing and we were headlining as well, so our set was at like 10 p.m. and we got there like ridiculously early so we could set up and like, you know, sound check and shit. So like we were there, and like Campbell was the only one that like stayed and talked to us, and that was just such an aha moment where it was like, wow, like we've been rejected so many times, and it was just very rewarding to like kind of have someone like see us for our skills and like
I also remember it was really ironic though, because when we actually did get on to play, everyone left for like to like smoke because it's like indoors.
Yeah, true.
You can't smoke in there. So when
like,
we actually did come up, we ended up getting like an empty crowd. And it was really demotivating, but it was still really good to have that experience and like
but like all the hangout shit was fun. No,
like,
you want to know the crazy thing?
I
met one of the people I cold DM'd. I don't even think they're a thing anymore. I think all the people who ran it like moved out of Canberra, but they used to organize like bush drifts and shit in Canberra. They were called Sunburn CBR, and I met the dude from Sunburn, and like he was one of the people I reached out to and told me to come back when I was 18, and like we were playing on the same lineup, and I was headlining. That was such a like moment for me because he like said hi to me, and I was like, oh yeah, I think I DM'd you once. It's like, you told me to come back when I was 18, and now I'm headlining this fucking show. And I was like, that was like such a funny like moment where I was like, fuck you. But like it's awesome. It was cool. Like it's all love, but like it's just funny how shit work out, and just like proving people wrong is always like very fun to me. So like that's like the first time I think me and like you like proved people wrong, so that's like forever good memory. And also like I just remember definitely not the last time, first of many. But it was just crazy, like especially that night. Like it got to the point where we just left and came back before our set because we didn't know what we were doing there, because like it was like a bunch of 20-year-olds in that bitch that like none of us knew, so we just like we still did like played our set and did it. But I just remember like just leaving and coming back and like walking around the city like at night like before our set. It was like very fun memory. It was such a long story. I don't know why I like
it's good to go into our live shit
details.
It's fun to go into our live shit though.
Like live shit crazy.
Like BIOCIDE 1 was such a memory for me because that's when I like met all those people. Like I met James. Again, shout out James Chonzu, my goat. And like it was just such a good night. It was like such a like concurrent. I didn't really feel that like proving anyone wrong. I felt it a little bit, but no one showed up for the set, so I was still bummed out.
I think like I did
BIOCIDE 1
just because like people were there who I like recognized, and they were like
BIOCIDE 1
I knew who was like fake and shit.
BIOCIDE 1 was such a moment because it was our first show, and like everyone thought that we couldn't do it. No one thought that we could like pull off like an all ages electronic show. Like everyone was like, "Oh yeah, you're hosting the disco tonight," like to like Elvis, like manager of the space. And then we did it, and it like we like more than
had a great
we made profit. We like had a great turnout. We made like
hella money off that shit.
We met so many people, and like that was when I really felt like, okay, we can actually do anything. We're good. Like no matter how many odds we're against, I feel like we've always really been against odds. Like work wise, like definitely like being underage and like you know every show there's some shit that goes wrong. Being from Canberra.
Like I feel like what little semblance of an electronic scene we have here is like pretty kind of gatekeepery, I guess. I don't know. Like there's some really cool people in it, like. there's people I fuck with definitely, but like
obviously.
I feel like there's a lot of people who like aren't doing like anything creative in the slightest and do just kind of like mix and like DJ, and it's like sure, but like they don't
there's
make their
virtue
own
to that,
music.
but it's like
Yeah. But like again, it's like if you go to the clubs here, it's like the same 5 DJs every weekend, and you know they're good at what they do. But like
fuck 122 though, worst
fuck
club of all time.
122.
Fuck
That
Mooseheads.
sucks.
Fuck Mooseheads.
Fuck Mooseheads. I hate Mooseheads.
Anyway, but like
yeah,
you know, that's when I really felt like we can just do whatever, and like it doesn't matter how many odds we're against, we'll always like turn out okay, like better than us.
Yeah.
We're good.
Cool.
So yeah. Type shit.
Type shit.
Wait, so y'all like completely organize the event like by yourself? Like, how is that getting it set up?
Nightmare. Yeah.
Nightmare.
I mean, we've done 3 of them, and 2 of them
we've
have
done
been great.
3 of them, and each one has been like a different kind of nightmare. I
Yeah.
guess. But
I mean,
I feel
they've
like,
all worked out apart from one of them, but like we don't talk about that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Yeah. No. So the first one. The first one was a crazy.
Oh yeah,
story.
that
what
was
happened
a story
at the first one was I won't get into all of it because I don't want to like air people's shit out in like an interview because I feel
it's like that's not our place.
I'll just like
right?
say what I can.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Without getting anyone involved.
Yeah. But yeah, it was like super last minute. Like it was,
and it's like,
so what happened was
yeah,
fucking Chonsu, shout out, like basically DM'd me, and we weren't even like good friends at the time. Like we're good friends now, but like at the time we weren't even good friends. Like we had mutual friends. I was cool with like other people in the Oz underground that had like worked with him, and I like knew who he was, but like I didn't listen to his music, you know, like I didn't really know who he was. Like, and then he messaged me and he was like, yo dude, I'm gonna be in Canberra for this weekend. And I knew I was going away. I was going on like a holiday with my family like the day before, and there was like one day that worked for both of us, that we could like do something on. And I'm
fairly sure I was supposed to be away for it too.
You were supposed to be in Europe.
Yeah, I was supposed to be away in Europe. I went on this Europe trip last year. Like the only trip my family's done for like a decade and a half. Because like we're like, you know, but like I was supposed to go like a lot earlier and miss the show, but it ended up getting delayed by like 3 months, so I went like after. Anyway, continue. It was just gonna be Dom and James.
Yeah, so he messaged me and he was like, do you want to, originally we were just going to record a DJ mix and put it on SoundCloud, and that was going to be it. So I was looking around Canberra for places to hire decks and like a space we could record in. So, and then I ended up coming into contact with Elvis, because me and Robin were having coffee with these other people from Boundary Studio. That's another shout out.
Yeah,
they helped us like a lot. They organized like this super awesome festival called Infinity Worm. They've done about 2 of them now. And Mecha Talk headlined the last one, which is crazy. And
they put our music as like the promo for it.
Yeah.
And
no,
it's
really
so
funny because every time I talk to Michael, it's like this really funny thing. He's the dude from Boundary. Every time I talk to the guy from it, like I'll ask him for something, or I'll be like, yo, how are you going? And then we'll have a conversation, and then when we're done talking, he'll always say like the craziest thing ever. He's like, yeah, I'm about to go like get in touch with like, maybe I shouldn't say who, maybe I shouldn't like say names, but like he always drops some like crazy name.
Yeah, he always drops some fucking insane name. Like, how do you know those people? You know?
Yeah.
Like, anyway,
they always get super dope acts on for their festivals, and they have like an amazing like. Again, they organize a lot of like international tours in Australia as well. So they'll tour like every like terminally online electronic act pretty much. They'll tour. Like Bloods Boy was one they toured. Who else? They did Uzi Q, who's like one of the old like Warp Records people that we really fuck with.
Yeah, music. I don't know why you pronounce it
Mecha Talk
UZQ.
was another.
Can we hold on? I don't know why you pronounce it UZQ, because it's like the Greek sign for mu and then zik, music. That's how you say it.
I thought
you said it like that for like 2 years, and I've never.
That's how they say
it.
Now. That's how they say it.
Really? Everyone else says the music.
Every studio people. Yeah, no.
Why do they say it like that? That's not how you say it.
I don't know. I swear that's how they said it.
It's music. It's the Greek sign for mu, and then zik.
Okay.
Continue. I just wanted to say that because it's been like 2. I'm sorry.
Okay. That's crazy time to air that out, but real.
Sorry.
I respect it. Yeah, but fucking yeah, they always will like just they put on crazy shows. Yeah, Bloods Boy, Eka Talk, I'm trying to think of other people they've toured, but it's always some crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
And we basically had coffee with them because I cold DM'd them as well, and I was like, yo, I make music. I'm like a kid from Canberra. I make electronic music. And then they showed love, and we ended up having coffee with them, and they just like showed us how they work in the music industry because they are like very good at what they do, and like getting in touch with people and organizing tours and stuff. And they ended up using a Stereo Center song to promote the festival that Mega Talk was headlining. Yeah. They gave us both free entry to that shit. So I met Mega Talk that night, which was like
I couldn't make it, and I will regret it forever. But like,
he couldn't make it. He had shit on.
I had shit on. It was awful.
He had shit on. So I went by myself, and like that's a other story. I'll get into that after. But anyway. And on my way out of like when we had coffee with them and we met with them for the first time, I literally was like, oh, do you know anyone who would have a space to like record a DJ set in and like decks and stuff? Because I was looking for it for me and Chanzu so we could do our thing. And he's like, no, but you should get in touch with this guy who was Elvis, who runs the office space, and see if you can run your own event. So I got in touch with Elvis, and then like within a month we made BIOCIDE happen. Like it was the most short notice shit ever. Robin was supposed to be in Europe, so I was organizing it as like just me and Chanzu pretty much.
But then I ended up being able to do it. So.
And then we ended up he ended up being able to come, so it ended up being like a Stereo Center event. And we weren't very good at DJing at the time, and then Chanzu kind of like showed us how to DJ.
No, the thing is that like let me talk about this actually, because we actually were so awful. We would just like let the song play out, put effects over it. When it was done, we'd hit play on the next song, and that's it. That's all we'd do. And then Chanzu was like, yo, there's this button called like sync button, and you can use it, and you can like mix songs together. And I was like, holy fuck, you're a wizard. Yeah. And like we actually Chanzu just taught us how to DJ in one night, and we did it back to back. Dom, your mic's fucked up again. Anyway, we did it back to back at the end, and like and it was recorded, and you can hear it, and you can tell which transitions were like our shitty ones and Chanzu's awesome ones, and like we got better throughout it, but it's still really funny. But anyway, yeah.
Is my mic good again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good now. You're good now.
Fuck, it's doing that. Okay, that's good.
It's really funny whenever it does. It's just like, you know.
That's great. That was a very interesting. Meeting Chanzu for the first time was crazy as well, because like it was just so funny, because like again we had only talked online about the event that we were running, because again I didn't know him well, and then we ended up planning like a whole ass event together, and I feel like that definitely brought us closer. But like meeting him for the first time in person was so funny, because we were at the venue setting up, and then I was doing all the set dressing and stuff, and like putting stuff up in the space to like dress the set for how we wanted it for the show. Then like my man Chanzu here, he just like pulled up. He had like a 4-pack of vodka mixes, and I swear he drank 3 like in practice. And like once he had his decks set up, he did not move from the decks. He was like
there. He was like locked the fuck.
He was just planted there, and like it was so funny. And I remember like going up and being like, yo, could you help me with this like set dressing thing? He had his headphones on. He did not hear me. Like he just stayed in one place, sound checked for like half a fucking hour, and just went through like 3 vodka mixes.
That's something I love about James though.
This dude's real as shit.
Like, when James is locked in, nothing can lock him out. You know?
Yeah, nothing can lock him out.
I remember also we got dinner like half an hour before the set, and James like he like suddenly made this expression. He was like, "Oh shit!" And then like as we were sitting down at the table, he pulled his laptop out and started adding drum intros and outros to every song, and like exporting all of them. And he was just like in the fucking like Matrix. He was locked the fuck in.
Yeah,
I love
like
that
while
about
we were
James,
eating
though.
dinner, like at a restaurant, like that shit
While we
was
were eating
funny
dinner
as
at a
hell.
restaurant, he was like,
Yeah.
okay, fuck, I gotta, you know, it was awesome.
Yeah, like
No.
nothing, like not once he's in that zone, like nothing can get to him.
And it's crazy.
Like,
I
that
feel like
shit
we're
crazy.
super close to James
Yeah.
now, and it's like it makes me happy because they're a real one.
Yeah,
Shout out James.
he's such a real one. That's like my goat more than anyone
That's my
else.
goat.
Yeah, no.
Like,
So yeah, he definitely like showed us a lot of like what we know and how to DJ.
Yeah, pretty much like everything that we
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Like most things.
So yeah. Yeah, that was like a crazy night because yeah, despite all odds, despite how short notice the show was, like despite how like short notice everything was, it still went really well, and yeah, we still pulled it off, and yeah.
Anyway,
but yeah, a lot of work goes into organizing shows, and I learned that a lot, like having organized multiple of them. So yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. I think it's so cool though, especially for like artists that are our size, where it's like, because you have to be the one to go out and promote yourself to get on like a lineup or something. Like no one's asking you to be on their lineup. You have to go do it yourself. You kind of have to like really want it to like make it happen. So it's always like I feel like
you have to be really cracked.
No, you do.
It's so you have to like lock the fuck in.
Like, yeah, again, because we did that show, and then Campbell and then they asked me to like come do concurrent gallery, and I was like, oh shit, you know, it's like a flow-on effect. Like
there's people with like teams of people who like dedicate each person does a little thing. Like there's someone running the visuals, there's someone running the promo, there's someone like getting dates and shit. But like when you're like an independent artist, like when it's just two of us, like you got to do everything by yourself. Like we've got to cultivate
like we
an
did
aesthetic.
all that
We've got to
shit.
promote all our shit. We got to make like little reels so that the algorithm shines down upon us. And like we gotta like book our own shows or run them, and also make all the music. You know, so it's like, but it's really like, rewarding. You know, like it feels.
It's like probably the most.
It feels like
thing,
so much
like,
work,
me.
But it's so like it's so cathartic when you actually get somewhere with it. You know.
Yeah. Bringing people together is like so much fun for me. Like again, it's just kind of I think of every event as like a little bit of a world and just like building a world, I guess. And you know, like okay, who do we want in this world? Who do we want on this lineup? Like
how does the environment want to look?
This, like
what's the
like what does the set look like? What do the visuals look like? All that shit is so much fun. It's so much work, but it's like 11 times rewarding. I think I might enjoy it more than like actually making music, but like
which is valid.
I feel like that's the other thing about Stereo Center that like people don't know is I'm very much like a bit more marketing minded than Robin is. I don't know how to say this, but like I was like I've always been the one I feel like Robin's always been the one that's like infinitely better at producing than me because he has been doing it so much longer than me. Like
and like I wouldn't say
he's been doing it. Yeah, no. Like he's been doing it for so much longer than me. He showed me a lot of the music we're influenced by. Like while he might be a better producer, I'm like, okay, how do we like represent ourselves? How do we like go out and like get this shit? So I feel like I'm a lot of like, again, with the visuals, I'm very much like thinking about how we present ourselves and like the show and stuff. Like I feel like that's more of me and the music's like more of Robin, if that makes sense.
If that makes sense. I mean, there's a bit of like collaborate. I definitely like I'm not all of the music
but
and you're not all of that.
It's
but
not
it's still
to say
like
that we don't do like either thing because like Robin will also like work out collabs and like, you know, promote and like do all that shit. And like I'll make music too, you know. It's not like one or the other. Like we both kind of like it is like a cross thing that I feel like.
Yeah, but if you had to like say who does the most of one like each thing.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like
Robin
I remember I have this
more music.
I have this memory after we released the first album, like 6 months after, you were just like we just like dropped that and let it like dissipate. And like no one cares anymore. I really wasn't thinking like at all like about promoting stuff until you were like, we should like promote our music, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, we should probably do that. Like it really wasn't like a thought in my head. I was just like, yeah, okay, let's make an album. Made the album, done. You know, we just put it out and like make a post about it.
Yeah.
Like I was never thinking about that, but you were like, yeah, there's like we need like the longevity. We need like. You know, like shows at some point. We need to keep putting out singles consistently so that people don't stop caring about us. Like, you know, It's like that whole aspect. You like introduced me to that world. Like, oh yeah, we can actually like tell people we make music.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Like, again, it's like you drop a project, no one hears it. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like, that's cool and all. Why... There's artists who are content with that, but I feel like a lot of artists just like wait to be discovered. No, like people think that like people are just gonna come to them, but it's like, you gotta go out and get it.
You gotta work it yourself. I feel like
I'm here to go out and get it. Like,
I feel like we learned a lot after our second album, because like even though we were promoting shit, like we released this whole big album that we spent so much time on and no one cared about it. And we really like had to sit back and reflect on that and be like, okay, what can we do to avoid all that? So we took like a year off of like any major project and we just focused on like cultivating an image and like shows. Like 2023 was like a gap year, right?
Yeah.
Like we released the second album, Athena Noctua, at the end of 2022, and no one heard it, and we were just like, okay, fuck, we have to like lock in and make sure that next time we do something important, there's like an audience of people that are gonna listen to it. And that's why I feel like
it's like
the vision works so well, and I'm so happy about that rollout, because like we had this big project, and everyone was like, okay, yeah, we're listening to this. Like it got like.
Yeah, like people did listen to it and it got like reception, and I'm like really happy about how that one did.
And I feel like from now we won't ever do some like bullshit like that again. You know, we've like learnt a lot.
Yeah, we definitely learnt a lot from like Athena and like making that, and then just like putting it out, and then like doing all the visuals and like doing everything we did and like creating the world. Like no one to give a fuck, and it was
for no
very
reason.
Much this thing of like,
and like I still like those two projects. Like even though
I've
mixed. I know. I think that the second one's like a bit bloated, but still, it's like
I
love the memories behind them, and definitely. I do like the music still. But I think it's for the best that they're not on streaming. Part of me definitely.
Yeah.
You know.
I think
because like it's
I think stylizing then. Yeah, I think stylizing the last project like a debut was like a smart idea, even though it was
even though it's not our idea. The thing that happened there actually was that we
DistroKid was like DistroKid Jews.
Yeah, and they just took it off, and then I was like, oh shit, okay, I should pay it, and then I paid it, and then they were just like, haha, we're not putting it back up. So, you know.
Yeah, and that's why all the old Stereo Center music is down. So you gotta go buy it on Bandcamp or find it. So,
but I feel like it works.
I feel like it's good. Yeah,
alpha and beta really like Stereo Center, like pre.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel it's like a good reinvention of what y'all are like. It's good like reinvention y'all sound though. I feel like
exactly because it's a lot more of our own than the last two are, even though they are like I like them a lot, but like. It's a lot more of our own unique kind of thing and a lot more collaborative as well. So I think the last two work great as like, you know, unreleased oddities and like things you can find like in 20 years if you like really are into it, you know. But this is such like our last album's such a better like first album, you know.
Yeah, it's like if you're gonna listen to a Stereo Center, like listen to that one.
Listen to that one first, you know. Like that's a good On God.
And that's actually what I did because I feel like this is kind of a natural thing for most music listeners, but as time has gone on, I feel like it's become like harder and harder for me to be impressed by music. So when I heard y'all's album, like I was listening in the car, I was like with my friend, I was like, dude, like I was freaking out because like I don't know, it's just so cool, it's just so good. Like I got jealous listening to that dude. Like I feel like the way all the songs just build so perfectly, and there's such like a special like optimistic like kind of like dreamy like vibe to it, and it never gets repetitive. Like I feel like all the songs are very distinct and do like their own cool thing. So do you just want to talk about that project and like working on it?
Yeah, I would love to because I loved working on that album. That album has been in the works since like 2022. I think like the first few tracks.
Well, we kind of had like a version of it, and then we kind of
made a version of it. It went through a lot of changes. It was gonna be this thing where we put out an EP called Casual Viewing, and then an album called Raw Electronics Collection, which is an awful name.
Yeah.
And it had a different cover and a different vibe. And the idea was because the album we put out before that, we put so much thought and effort into it, and like we had a story, and like it had like different acts, and like way too much shit. And so we were just like, what if we just made an album? What if we just made an album of cool songs, you know? And so the idea was just to make an album with no concept. But then as we like took a year off of releasing proper projects, we just like experienced so much like individually and with ourselves that each song kind of had its own like meaning. And I guess now the album's kind of about like memories and like little moments that make up your life.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, you know, for each song, I can hear each song and think of a like distinct time and memory that I have associated with it. And like I wrote a little blurb when the album came out for like an Instagram post, and it's in the description of the Bandcamp. That's kind of like talks about this. And I just feel like being able to assign your own like emotions and memories into the music is the most important part of that. You know?
Yeah.
Like, you know, we evolved so much together and separately over that time that we just brought so much into the music that had never been, you know? And it was crazy because I remember we had this album and it finished, in our opinion, and we played it for George and Michael. We showed George and Michael the album, and they were just like,
the Boundary
okay,
Studio guys.
You need to focus this. You need to like strip this back. You need to like make every track like, you need to expand upon every track as much as you can. You need to like figure out what's actually part of the experience and what isn't. And that was such an eye-opener, like for me especially, because I thought like we could just do anything, right, that we wanted. And I realized we kind of have to like make it as best as we can possibly be and focus it.
Yeah.
And that will make the music better for us and for everybody. And like it wouldn't be the album without like the input of other people. And that's really important. Because like it is important to like have like an artistic vision, like an uncompromised artistic vision for your music and your art, you know? But it's also important to realize when you're like lazy, you know? When you're using that as an excuse to not
a thing
put
of laziness.
Too much. I think it is a little
thing
bit
of like making the art the best it can be.
Exactly. Like, you know, when you're
like
that's what I mean.
Refining it to a T.
When you're not refining it and putting everything you can into it because you're thinking like, oh, I can just do whatever I want. Like that's lazy. Yeah. And you're like using like being an artist as like an excuse to like not do enough. But we did like as much as we could on each song, and we
did
like,
too much.
Nah, we did just the right amount. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's really just like it went through so much, and it's like the most refined experience that we could have made. And I really love at the end of the day, like little details and shit. Like once we had all the songs finished, we went through each one and we were like, can we put little sounds like in like little moments that only happen once in the song?
Yeah.
And like we figured out how each song could like flow into the next one like seamlessly on like an album listen.
We were like surgeons. We were like going in.
You gotta like
depth
pick apart
on every project
little
file.
Final details. I feel like the last track on that album was my favorite to do because it's such a like a cathartic emotional experience for me, that last one. Because like I remember going through that by myself, and every like 2 seconds I would stop with my keyboard and be like, I could put something there. And like that song just has so many little pieces that like maybe only happen once or twice, but it just makes it feel so much more whole. And it's like that the whole album, you know? And it's like some of my favorite shit we've ever made, you know? It's awesome. If I do say so myself.
Yeah, no, I genuinely like, okay. I don't know why someone will be at this point in the interview if they haven't heard y'all before, but like, these are two geniuses right here. Like, y'all need to tap in if you are already listening.
Quick glazing.
No.
No, like, genuinely, that's some stuff I wish I could come up with myself. Like, I was so jealous when I heard that. It's just, I don't know, like,
crazy.
Also, I feel like it could low-key, like, score like a coming-of-age movie. I feel like.
That's kind of like...
Well, yeah, it kind of is.
I mean, it's kind of is the score of our own coming-of-age movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it was. We were
both.
We went through, like, 15 through 18. Like, that period of our life is, like, scored by our own music. And it's, like, really...
by that album. Yeah.
By that album.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we were going for, exactly. You know? Just, like, little memories, like, real life.
Yeah.
You know?
And...
Like electronic music that's really human.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because, like, we'd made... I think what I was also trying to do going into that was like, you know, you can make IDM, awful genre name. You can make like brain dance, like you can make Aphex Twin type shit. But a lot of the time, that kind of music, it's really cool technically, and it's like fun to listen to. But there's not a lot of like emotion behind it. Sometimes you can feel really cold.
Yeah, like you can always tell when it's like some random shit Aphex Twin had on his laptop. He was like, "Oh yeah, I'll put this out in it," and it's on an album with like 26 other songs.
But it's
like,
cool. I mean, you know,
fart noises on a synth, you know, and like that's
I love
cool.
that. I love that.
Like,
it's cool.
You can tell when it's like that, you know.
You know, and he does have stuff that's like really like real emotional shit. But like that's like what we refined over that time was really being able to put emotion into those songs. And that's another reason why I really love Boards of Canada. I'm going to talk about them for the 50th time this interview, because they have really mastered, they like put the emotion in each track first, rather than like cool sounds or like, you know, like a fun thing. But still, like, you know, that was like most important to me going into it, was just being able to make emotionally real, weird electronic music. Not just weird electronic music, you know? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I liked how it sounds more like playful than your past stuff also. I feel like your older work had a kind of like, not dark, but I guess just like a more like moodier,
sinister
sound to it now.
Yeah. We were really into, at that time, Athena Noctua and Sigils are both really inspired by like the occult and like weird
I was super
70s
into like
stuff.
I was super into like edgy occult shit and like witch house and like cemetery at the time. So I feel like by proxy, a lot of the aesthetic stuff from that project came from that.
Yeah,
I guess a little bit.
And like I really just wanted
that like scary vibe. Yeah. No, we really wanted that like kind of scary vibe to like Athena Noctua, and like wanted it to feel. I
really just wanted to make my own version of this album.
Vinyl.
This album's amazing. I really just wanted to make our own version of this, because it's like that's weird, freaky 70s Satanism shit, like, and weird electronic music at the same time. So and I was kind of just like, let's just do this, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the inspiration. Oh, I dropped fucks. I gotta get him. Oh, okay, fuck this shit, man. Anyway, that's
Nice one.
That was like the vibe there, and that's again why I feel like the new one is like the most our own, because like we weren't trying to like replicate any other artist really. We were just going into it being like, let's just make music about our emotions. Let's just make weird electronic about our emotions. And I feel like whenever you put your own experiences and memories into it, it always comes out being like most your own.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Like, there are songs on those first two albums that I really vibe with. Like, they're really great, and I'm like, yeah, this is awesome. But I don't like, I can't associate any memories with them most of the time. Like, I'm never like, man, this really makes me feel some shit, you know?
Yeah, I think the only memory I have is like science class, and, like you showing me the songs in like a science class in like grade 9 or something, and being like, "Yo, this is hard."
I do remember that.
It's never really any deeper than that. You feel like it's cool, but it's like there's nothing like super deep.
I mean, there's a couple where I do feel some shit, but like, it's still like, I think this one is just almost our own. And like, we weren't going into it being like, let's do this other artist. Let's make some shit that's like this. Let's just like make some shit that's us.
Yeah, we never trying to copy anyone. We were trying to copy anyone for like 2 whole projects. But I feel like it is important. With that one, we weren't trying to copy anyone.
Mm-hmm.
It is important to try not to be like, there is a case to be made about, I love wearing my influences on my sleeve. Like, we love doing that.
Yeah.
And there's some shit, if I can talk about Aphex Twin again, like, he said some shit when he was like 17 that was like, I'd rather kill myself than be inspired by anyone. You know, I'm completely original. You know, I never made, and he was just making Detroit techno. So like, he was lying. But like, that's like really dumb. I feel like the joy of music is like hearing something and then being able to put your own into that.
It kind of goes back to what you were saying as well about like when you start hearing so much music that you like kind of stops, like it's hard to impress you, but it's like the times when you do get impressed by the music that you hear, it's like so much more magical. I feel like when you hear something that is actually unique, like I feel like it kind of has like its ups and downs, like
it's ups and downs.
Yeah I feel like it's good to like know what you like and stuff.
I love music though.
Yeah.
I love loving things.
Music's
I'm
so good.
I have this playlist of songs. I have a perfect songs playlist where I put every song that has like zero flaw to me, and it's at like 600 songs. Like I love
That's crazy.
being able to enjoy so many things. It makes me so happy, you know?
Yo.
Nah, but that's why, I mean, yeah, again, wearing influences, you know, on your sleeve, like being inspired is a beautiful thing, you know?
Yeah.
And that's why I'm excited for our next project and our next like lot of music. It's because it's just like every influence we've ever had filtered through like our brains into music, you know?
Yeah.
By our radio. On God.
That's what's up.
It's cool shit. It's gonna be awesome. But yeah. You'll see.
Yeah. Speaking of that project, so my favorite song on it personally was Castle in Air. And similar to the song title, I think one very special thing about that album is that it feels like daydreaming, which I really haven't really seen from someone else. It's so hard to describe like the way it makes me feel, but it feels like you're there, but you're thinking of being somewhere else, if that makes sense. Like it's kind of like a romanticized version of like what you're dealing with.
Like having like it feels like memories.
You want to know the crazy thing about Castle?
Yeah.
Is actually a link to like KG with that song.
Oh really?
There is a huge link to KG with that song, actually.
Yeah.
Because if you've been around a while.
That was like a double single with another song. And that double single, because like I forgot how I even like met like Bappy and like
that was ages ago now, right?
I was like, I've literally been in like VCs with them since like 2020. Like I've known them for so long. But
the goats,
like,
by the way.
Yeah, shout out all of them. If you want tapped in with like anyone in KSC or KG,
then tap the fuck in.
What are you doing?
If you're still asleep, kill yourself. It's Get It Back 2025.
Yeah. We played Hostels in Air was like some shit we played at KG Fest for the first time, and then Baffy was like at me and he was like, those songs are like too good to be just for this. Like, what are you doing? Like, release them. And I was like, yeah, they're coming out soon, don't worry. And so we showed them at like KG Fest for the first time, which was crazy because that was like ages ago now. And that was like at the start of 2023, I believe.
I don't want to brag.
Yeah,
but you know, the comp they put out, hashtag thank you KG, TYKG.
Oh yeah, that's us
at the end of our set. We invented that. I'm sorry, we put hashtag thank you KG at the end of our set, like thank you bass guy, KG Kawaii Goons.
Yeah, that was like,
and then everyone spammed it in chat, and like, and they used it for the comp name.
The comp there, so we like,
I don't want to gloat, but
nah, that one's theirs.
Yeah, it's a
like,
secret
that
war.
That one's they can have that.
Yeah. So we came up with that one.
Yeah.
Shout out everyone at KG and Vivian Ivy.
Shout out everyone at KG and Vivian Ivy.
That's
the
like
best poster of all time. Awesome
every
person.
time Vivian Ivy posts something, it's like so
you already know it's a fucking banger. I'm glazing everybody on it.
Yeah.
But like Vivian Ivy.
Reflection and Vivian Ivy have hella fire songs together.
Oh yeah, Reflection's also
Shout out Reflection.
Shout out Reflection.
Did another URL fest with Reflection.
And a bunch of like
the Broken Till December set. And I think Ruby Red was also there.
Yeah.
And like a couple other people from like that scene. We gotta throw that on our YouTube.
We're gonna put that on our YouTube soon. And like this other thing we have in the works. But yeah, you'll see that anyway.
Yeah. But what I wanted to ask was, I feel like this project has shown that y'all do have very like active imaginations, I would say. And this might be a kind of like very specific question, but what are things that y'all used to like daydream about when you were younger?
Yeah,
that's a crazy question. I'd have to take some like serious thinking on and remember.
A little bit.
I don't know.
One of my favorite things I used to do as a kid was if you put your like knuckles over your eyes and you hold them there.
Yeah, I'll do that too. Yeah.
I do that for like 5 minutes, and I'd hold that, and then when I take them off my eyes, the world would just be like a bunch of blurry colors. It'd be beautiful, you know. Like I've always loved that. I don't know, like just seeing
psychedelics then.
True. I don't know. The subconscious mind has always been so fucking interesting to me. Like dreams.
Yeah.
You know, just like shit that you like think of that you're not even aware that you're thinking about it. I don't mean to sound like I sound stupid talking about this and articulating, but it's like the most fascinating part of like life, like existing to me. Just like,
yeah,
what's behind your head? You know, what's behind your mind?
Yeah, what
That's
is
like,
beneath your consciousness?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, things I used to daydream about.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm never like I feel like I'm never like where I am in real life because I have like pretty bad ADHD, and I'll always just like I feel like no matter where I am, I'm always thinking about like something else. Like I'm always thinking about what's next. Like
yeah,
I'm thinking about the past. Like very rarely am I in the present, I feel. So I'm like a bit of a pod, like normally, but yeah, I think just kind of comes from that. I think that's kind of where the daydreaming feeling comes from, is because I am
always being
like,
somewhere
thinking
else
about something else. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I get that too. That's why it's good to like.
Yeah, and I guess that album is just the place I was at. Like
yeah, sometimes when I'm by myself, I just like to like go outside and sit in like nature for like 5 minutes because it's really good to just like be where you are.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's good to be thinking all the time, right? It's great, but it can get so overwhelming when you're just always not. If you're like always away from like where you are physically, so it's good to just sit down and like
remind yourself and like plant yourself,
ground yourself, just like let yourself be where you are.
Yeah, I feel like we're always like kind of shaped by nature because like where we're from, it's like bush is like a very kind of part of it, like and not because like where we live, it's not like a super dense city, like.
Canberra's
like
a weird
like
place.
I live like near a
you live next to a
nature
mountain
reserve. Yeah, like
I don't. I wish I did.
I feel like,
but like
but like even where you are, it's like still a lot of like nature around you. I feel like there's good views and stuff in pretty much everywhere you go. So yeah, I feel like nature is like a big part, like definitely shaped, and that thing of like going on walks and stuff as well. So yeah,
exactly, but I really like that you, like, that album sounds like that for you, because that's always also what it sounded like to me. Like, just, like, experiencing memories. Not like the memories, but, like, experiencing remembering is, like, such a big part of that for me. Yeah. And I love that dreamy sound, like, I always try to like, get a bit of that. Yeah,
no, like, all the, like, takeaways you have from it are, like, exactly what we wanted people to take away from it. So that's, like, super rewarding. Like, that's goated.
Yeah. I think for me, like, stuff I used to dream about a lot, I would always, like, make my own, like, video games in my head. But it would be, like, New Super Mario Bros. If they're, like, 8 players all at once, and it was some crazy, like, I think they all had to carry, like, fruit or something. But they were like these like platforms like go up and down like this, and they had to like all go around at once.
Oh shit!
And I would like play that on my head during lunch and stuff.
That goes crazy. I used to have this friend. I used to have this friend named Axel in like year 1 and 2. We would like come up with like fake Mario Bros games in our head. We'd be like, what if he had what if there was like a lightning flower and he could get it and his mustache turned blue and he shot lightning and he was like blue and like black, and that would be fucking sick. And then he was like, yes, dude, that would be awesome. And then we just talk like that for like an hour lunch. It's awesome.
That's hard. Yeah, we gotta bring back those type of conversations. I think we should normalize like adults,
like that. You know that
grown-ass men.
You know that podcast where they're talking about the like Plants vs Zombies mods, like that. But wait, like here's John Pork. You know,
the like
this is the Ender podcast. He shoots blocks. I love it. Feels like being lobotomized. That's what it feels like to me.
That podcast
like, it feels like my like frontal lobe is being deconstructed in my
gamers. Head. Yeah, they should
Built
get
by
us
gamers.
On
it's
Built
so...
by Gamers. We should be guests on Built by Gamers. That's the next.
That's the
I
next.
have like a list of podcasts I'm working down. Hidden Driveway was at the top, and then Built by Gamers is like right under Hidden Driveway.
It's like right next to.
Yeah, no, y'all are right with that though. Like, I miss like during lunch, me and my friend would talk about like the Nintendo Directs and like we would discuss like
Oh my
what they would
God.
be about like beforehand and like discuss the day after, and like
Because it's like not hype anymore.
Yeah.
It was so hype
Yeah.
back then. I remember when like Switch rumors was circulating. It was gonna be called like the Nintendo X or something.
the NX, yeah.
I was like, this sounds NX. Yeah, this
That's
is gonna be so
crazy.
sick. I'm gonna get it as soon as
Yeah.
it comes out. I remember I got like the Mario Maker Wii U bundle came out,
That's crazy.
and that was the hypest thing. That was so.
Wii
I
U
love
is a
the Wii U.
very interesting console.
I'm sorry. It's
Yeah.
so. I love it. I don't care. I don't care how many people hate it. I will always ride or die for the Wii U. It was my shit.
Yeah, real.
Like that big
Real.
fucking touchpad. You couldn't bring it anywhere because it was like a controller.
Yeah, it would go like 10
It's so
feet from your
stupid.
TV, and then that was it.
Yeah, and then that's it. But like I remember Mario Party always went so hard because like whoever had
Uh,
the secret, they had the thing. and
Oh,
you
they
could,
had
like, make it
Bowser,
over
right?
to that.
Crazy shit to me.
Yeah, yeah,
is, like,
yeah.
all the random like games that just got ported to Wii U that they added like really weird like features to make it work. Like Arkham
Twilight
Origins had a Wii
Princess.
U port. Like,
Yeah, didn't it?
The Yakuza games had Wii ports.
Wasn't it COD on the Wii U too?
Yeah,
That's
COD on
fucked
the
up.
Wii U,
That's
and like
fucked
Resident
up.
Evil as well had some. Like all these random games, like that got weird Wii U ports. Like all those strange Wii U ports are so interesting. To
It's
me.
like fascinating.
that
I love
shit
the
is
Wii U. I think
fire.
there's gonna be like a cultural reappraisal in 5 to 10 years. Like, we're
Yeah,
gonna be
in the
looking at
way
that
that
as, like,
people
prime
think of the
nostalgia.
PS3 now, I feel.
Yeah, I love PS3.
Yeah.
That's like the best.
PS3s
console.
are my
I don't even
favorite
give a fuck.
console, honestly.
They're the best console. I don't even give a fuck.
Right. Yeah.
That's everything
no.
you want out of a console in the PS3. That's like exactly
Yeah,
what
genuine.
you know. It has Skate 3 on it. What more can you want?
Yeah, exactly.
The best game ever.
Mirror's Edge. Mirror's Edge.
Mirror's Edge, like fuck.
Uncharted.
No, peak.
What's your favorite game?
Uncharted.
Yeah, Uncharted's goated. Dude, I had like in lockdown, they made like all the Uncharted games free. Like the Nathan Drake collection free.
Mhm.
I literally played the shit out of the Nathan Drake collection. It was like my favorite game. Like I would just
Yeah,
play
you've
Uncharted
talked about
1
that so
through
much.
3.
Let's all go around and say
Uncharted's
our favorite
crazy.
games. I feel like
Yeah,
that's a vibe.
yeah.
I'm taking over the interview. What's your favorite game?
My
Tell me right now.
I'm gonna say okay, it's either Wind Waker or Rayman Legends, I think.
Valid.
One of those
dude,
two.
Rayman Legends is fire. Yeah, I remember playing that on the Wii U at my friend's house as well.
Rayman Legends is
Like-
incredible. I love like
It's all
that game
hand drawn
so
as
much.
well.
It's so beautiful.
Oh, actually, that game-
How did they-
When I saw that game, I thought that they did each I thought they had to program each individual like frame. Like I didn't know sprites were a thing, so I thought they had to be like, oh, what if you do this thing here and all these different spots? I didn't realize they programmed the sprites
Okay.
just to the art style.
Nah, that's so funny.
Yeah, that's
That's valid though. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
Wind
no,
Waker's
that is,
also
like,
a
a
really
favorite
good
game.
pick. I love how Wind Waker.
Yeah.
I love it. It's like a
Wind
great.
Waker's
I don't know, like
fire.
Breath of the Wild
I feel like-
objectively in terms of like being more expansive, like yeah. But I just feel like in terms of the nostalgia and how like magical Wind Waker felt, I don't think that can be topped for me.
Yeah. Honestly,
Yeah.
in terms of nostalgia, I will go with Twilight Princess every day. Like in my heart,
Yeah.
I know that is the best Legend of Zelda game. Twilight Princess.
You're
Mhm.
real
It's
for that.
so good.
Wind Waker
But,
is
like,
crazy. I think
I know
agree
Majora's
with Wind
Mask is like
Waker.
everyone says that one, but like Majora's
Yeah,
Mask.
Majora's Mask is
peak.
crazy.
It's
too.
like obviously such an interesting.
Yeah.
I
vibe.
tried playing on
Like-
the 3DS and it stressed me out too much with the 3-day time limit. Because I'm not
That's
good.
valid.
I'm not good at video games. Like I couldn't do it with the time limit.
That's valid.
Real.
No, I'm bad at video.
Yeah,
I mean,
me
like I'm good
neither.
at like specific select video games, and then I'm bad at every other video game.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like I'm really cracked at Binding of Isaac. I love the Binding of Isaac. It's like it's like
cracked
for
at like
me.
Yakuza karaoke for some reason.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm not good at Yakuza. Like
I remember
in general,
when we
but I'm
were
good at
playing like
karaoke.
Yakuza 0 together, like on
Nah, it
on
was-
your
that was so
Xbox,
fun.
and he was just really good at the karaoke minigame.
And you
no
sucked at it. You were like
reason. Yeah,
awful
I'm-
at it.
and I'm shit at it. Yeah, it's hella
But you were
funny.
cracked at the game, like the fighting and like the actual gameplay. So that's
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
But like Binding of Isaac, it's
Balances
only
out.
on Windows. It's only on Windows, and I have a Mac.
Yeah.
So I had to like boot
This
camp
dude's
my
been boot
computer to
camping
start
his
playing it
Mac
again.
so he can play it.
It's like, and I like relapsed on it. Like I've like gone
Yeah.
back
You
to it.
relapsed on
That-
it.
Yeah, no, I had
Yeah.
like I like uninstalled boot camp. I was like, I'm not gonna do it anymore. And then recently, I was just like, yeah, but I could do it though. I could do it again.
Yeah.
Awesome. Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah, Binding of Isaac, it's just like such a time-consuming game, even though it doesn't
It
even have
is.
like a story. Even
When
though
you
I
think,
play
like-
like Even though I play like
it's
100-hour, like
it tricks you. It tricks you because you think, oh, I'm just gonna do a run, and then it's like an hour. An hour passes, and you're just like, oh my god, I've done all this. It's been an hour.
And then you want to do it
I
again
have like
too,
300
right?
hours on it. And then you have to do it again. Especially if you don't finish it properly and you like die at like a late floor. You're like, fuck, I guess I gotta do it again now. And it's like, no. Anyway, I love Isaac. Yeah. I love like, LSD Dream Emulator and Yume Nikki.
Does LSD Dream Emulator like count as a game though?
I'd say it does. I don't give a fuck.
I'd say it's more
if
like
you can play it
piece.
Yeah, but I'd say if you can play it on a console, it's a game. It's like if you can like listen to Muzbo through Spotify, it's music. You know?
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
Like that's just the medium. It's still like games are art pieces. It's just like the medium for the art piece. LSD Dream Emulators.
Wait, if y'all know AAMU'S, that would be up there for me too, I think.
What's that?
It's the
I don't know what that is.
Do you know the game Journey?
Yeah.
It's by the same people, but it's like a
hard.
You go like swimming, and I think the ending is one of the best like gaming moments like ever. I think.
Yeah, that's fire.
That's sick. My two favorite. Oh.
Yeah, that's sick. Yeah, that's sick. Yeah.
It did the thing again, didn't it?
It did. It's so
good now.
Yeah, it's good now.
That's crazy. My two favorite game franchises are Final Fantasy and Assassin's Creed.
I need to play more Final Fantasy. I started Final Fantasy 8 and it's so fucking peak.
Gotta finish. 8 is fire. I love FF8.
Correct. I've started 10 as well.
I'm playing FF1 right now.
That's insane.
I got an emulator. I'm playing FF1 at the moment.
No, just started Final Fantasy. When does this Cloud guy?
No. Real. Yeah.
You're big on Final Fantasy and Assassin's Creed as well.
Yeah, those are like
you will go on and on and on. Creed, and it's valid. Honestly, I see it.
Yeah,
I see it.
Yeah, don't even get me like started talking about Assassin's
Is it true that Black Flag is like the best one? That's what I've always heard.
Okay, I have a confession to make. I haven't played Black Flag yet. I actually haven't played Black Flag.
I haven't played Black Flag yet. I haven't played it yet.
Oh, that's
okay, you're gonna have to like edit this shit out. This
is awesome.
Keep it in. This is peak. I love this. I love it. Okay, try now.
Why is my mic even doing that?
I think it's just because of your stupid like gaming headset thing.
Yeah, this gaming headset kind of sucks.
You're good now though. Go on. So you
haven't played Black Flag?
No, I haven't played Black Flag yet. No, I have not played Black Flag yet, so I can't like vouch for it. But Origins is my favorite.
That's
like I like the other games.
Like the RPG ones.
I like the other games from like because people kind of group Black Flag in with like Assassin's Creed 3 and Assassin's Creed Rogue, which is what came out like before and after it, and like the protagonist of AC3 is like the grandson of the dude from Black Flag, and it's like about their like family tree. So people call that the Kenway saga. And I played like because Kenway's like their last name because it's like Edward Kenway and like Connor Kenway. And I played Assassin's Creed 3, and I really liked the other Kenway game I played. So I feel like if Black Flag is like similar to the rest of the Kenway games, I'd probably like it. But yeah, I haven't played it yet. I haven't got around to playing it because I'm trying to play all of them. So yeah, I'm playing Valhalla right now, which is like ridiculously long. So that shit's like 100 hours, and I'm like halfway through it. I'm nearly done with Mirage. So yeah, because there's like 13
fries
of them
in
now,
the bag.
So, yeah, genuinely, they gotta put the fries in the bag on that shit.
Yeah. Put fries in the bag on that game, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, real.
Yeah, so we're talking about games, but I think it's time that we play a game, maybe.
Ooh.
And I'm curious how we're gonna do this though, because this is not the first time that I've done rock paper scissors with two people, but there's no standardized like method yet. Cause in that one, I went against both of them individually, but I don't know if y'all want to like do that or nominate someone and like converse about your moves.
Do we want to go like?
Okay.
Like I'm not sure how you want to do.
Do we want to go like?
Can we like leave the call?
Do we want to go
like? I on a different call,
strategize
game plan, and come back.
Can we go like you versus one of us, and then the winner does the other person?
Winner does the other person?
Oh. Yeah, like,
We could do that, okay.
Like, whoever wins does the other person?
Yeah, let's do that then. Okay, real. Okay.
Only thing is...
Alright, I'll move. I gotta move.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that was on the move.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I'm on the move.
Let's go.
Okay.
Only thing is, I have, like, a spreadsheet, and they're all, like, how the person does against me. So, I could do both of y'all separately, or...
Let's just do both of us separately. Do like me and then do Dom.
Okay, so you have your own.
That'll work.
Okay, so my streak.
Can we do separately and then can we do one together?
Okay, we can do that.
Just for shits. Like, I wanna like us versus you. That's after though. So
because I beat J1000 in the last episode, which means I'm currently on a 3-person winning streak. But if I have to go against both of y'all. That's pretty scary. I don't know if I can beat. I don't know if I can make that 5.
I'm gonna end your wins. I'm ending your win. I'm cracked at rock paper scissors.
Yeah, that's.
I'm cracked. I'm so good. I will get up here to do it. I'll go first.
You want to go first? Okay.
Let's do it.
Yeah, best 2 out of 3, and then just close your eyes.
Let's
do a delay with the camera.
Rock paper scissors.
Okay. I'll close my eyes. Ready?
Okay.
Hold on. We're gonna do it.
All right. Rock.
Wait, how are we gonna rock? Are we doing? Hold on, wait. How are we gonna rock paper scissors shoot? Or are we gonna scissors paper rock? That's how we do it.
That's how we do it in
really?
Australia.
No.
I don't know if it's different.
Yeah, we'll go scissors paper rock.
That's just like how we do it.
That's crazy.
I don't know, man. Oh, so we're gonna rock paper scissors shoot?
Yeah, that's the American way. Yeah.
Okay, let's do it like that. I can do it like that.
Yeah,
okay. I've always thought it's kind of better. Yeah. Okay, ready?
Okay.
Nah,
ready?
I love
ready?
the Australian one. I know what you mean.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Scissors, shoot.
Okay.
Okay. I see you.
Okay.
I see you. Okay. We're gonna go again.
Mm-hmm.
Go again.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay. So you're up one.
I win.
No, it's
I win.
It's not over. It's not over.
It's best of
it's
3.
2 out of 3. It's 2 out of 3.
Best of 3.
Oh, it's best of 3. Oh,
yeah. So you have a lead, but it's
2 out of 3.
It's not over yet. It's not over.
Yeah. No.
Okay. 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
I like to do it first to 3. I like to do it who the first person to get to 3 points wins. But that's all good. First to 3. First to 2.
That ain't the hidden driveway.
Yeah, no, we gotta standardize 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Yeah. Hidden driveway. Hidden driveway method. Okay, let's do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, let's do it. Ready?
All right. Rock.
Ready?
Paper. Scissors. Shoot.
Paper. Scissors.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Shoot.
Fuck no!
No! I'm sorry. I'm goated.
Damn. All right. Well, my streak's over.
Let's go.
All right.
I told you I'm cracked.
Yeah.
Rock paper scissors.
I was overthinking on that one because I feel like whenever I win, I don't try. Whenever I try, I always lose.
Yeah, see, that's why I psyched you out. I made you think you gotta put your all.
Yeah, no.
So you slipped up. That's my strategy.
Psychology.
See, the thing is, I actually don't know anything about rock paper scissors. I'm not cracked. That was entirely luck. That's on you.
Yeah, because people think it's all luck, but it's really a game of strategy, and I just did not prepare properly.
It is
and you're just bad at it.
Yeah.
So, I guess I win.
So my streak is over, but perhaps I could continue.
You can start one with Dominik.
Maybe.
I'm hyped to see this.
Let's do it.
I'm hyped.
Do it.
Okay, let's do it.
All right.
I close my eyes and then we go.
Yeah, rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
And then after you shoot, then you open your eyes. Okay.
Yeah. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Scissors, shoot.
Okay.
Ah, shit.
Woo! Okay.
Rock.
I'll keep it tight.
Paper.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Paper, scissors, shoot.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh, that's one. That's one. Oh.
Rock, paper,
one for the home team.
Paper,
shoot.
Scissors, shoot.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Rock.
I'm so invested.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Scissors, shoot.
Fuck. Oh my god! Okay, come on. Okay, come on. I'm locked in.
Come on.
That's one for home team.
Paper,
0 for incoming
shoot.
team.
Scissors, shoot. You joking?
Oh my god.
Are you joking? This is so stressful. This is so stressful, guys. Come on, please.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
What dumb You're a fucking jerk. You're a jerk. I've had it.
We're just locked in. We're just locked in.
I'm tired of you.
That's crazy. All right.
I need to get my fan because
we're gonna do this.
Okay.
We're gonna finish what we started.
Okay.
Oh wait. I need to put my fan back up because I flung it.
I built that fan.
Yeah, you did. Fan. You built it.
Yeah.
It's my fan now.
All
right. Gotta go. Come on. Go.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Paper, scissors, shoot.
Now we're tied. That's even scarier. Now we're tied.
Oh my god, you're joking. This is even scarier. So you didn't make it any better.
Yeah, so now whoever wins. And that's terrifying. Okay.
I got a drumstick.
I'm gonna to both STEREOCENTER members. That's like fucked
Okay,
up.
ready?
That's embarrassing. Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Shoot.
No!
That's it. No, y'all. Damn. Fuck. Alright, well.
Let's go!
Go to rock, paper, scissors.
We're both go to the rock, paper, scissors. That was a lot closer than I was comfortable with. I was on the edge of my seat.
Let the team down.
Sorry, no, you got it. I knew you had it.
Yeah.
So sorry for all the hi-hat. I was locked.
It was necessary.
That's like stress relieving. Yeah, it was. It added to the That's crazy.
Jesus Christ, that was insane. My blood.
For the last duo one I did, it was when it was J. Coin and Peyton McKnight. I lost to J. Coin and then beat Peyton. So in terms of like streak, it kind of like neutralized it. But this is just a straight up loss.
Yeah, you're just down. Like
you won 3 in a row though, right?
How were you just playing against people who sucked at like rock paper scissors? Like what?
Yeah,
I was 1-2 in a lot of people. Like we would just go 1-2. That's it.
Yeah.
One like regular show style. You know, bro, that's crazy.
Who did I go against?
Who'd you win against? Yeah,
it was Mason Infinity, Cartel, and then J1000. Those are my 3 people that I beat.
Damn.
Yeah, shit. That's crazy. I gotta listen to more Mason Infinity stuff.
Yeah.
I've heard like a little bit of it.
Oh, wait, have you heard his new album?
Well, I mean, we're better at rock, paper, scissors.
I think I heard like a track from it. Yeah, no.
We're better at rock, paper, scissors then.
Yeah,
so,
that shit went hard.
I know that already.
I gotta tap in one more of it, but yeah, I'm gonna.
I gotta
check that out after this call. Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out the GOAT.
Yar.
Yeah, so.
Alright.
I feel like y'all is just like y'all's power level just increased because y'all both won. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, that's gonna make our music better. That's gonna make our music better. Thank you for that.
Like I just want to find out, like, do you know how few people have won on these? Like that's pretty rare when someone wins.
Like how many people? Shit. Like give us a number. Outside of us.
I have a spreadsheet of it. Hold on, I can look.
yeah, get the spreadsheet.
If I just look up like who won.
Yeah.
So out of the 45 people, there's been 16 winners.
Damn. So, well, that's 18. So.
Yeah. So, but only like a third of the people have won that have done it.
That's actually insane.
We're in the upper echelon. We're goated.
The Travis Scott song.
Wait, I'm
so
goated.
Upper echelon.
We so high.
We so echelon. We so high. We so upper echelon. Yeah. Yeah.
So
anyway,
I know
he's on that song. It's
that...
like 2 Chainz and Future, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think we can both admit that rock, paper, scissors pretty stressful, right? And while my initial introduction to your music was a very bright and positive one, as I've heard more of yourself, I'm trying to realize that album is a bit of an outlier in your discography, as a lot of your older music is like I got something for like a lot more moody, I would say. Such a Dreading EP from 2021. Yeah. So, given that project's title, what are things that make you anxious?
What stuff that makes us anxious?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Deadlines, any deadline, like especially self-set deadlines, because it only makes you feel worse when you don't do them.
Yeah, that's more like.
But like no, for like music stuff,
anxiety,
like
though. Okay.
I mean, it's anxiety. It's like but that's valid though.
Yeah.
Makes us anxious.
Scared. Like, bumping into people in public is a big one for me.
That's valid.
Like I just hate seeing people outside of the context that I know them in, unless they're like
and
a
it
really
sucks
cool
'cause-
person.
And it sucks because
Canberra's,
Canberra
really
is like
small, and
the
everyone kinda knows
easiest place
everyone.
to do that. You are
I hate
all
bumping into people
like-
from high school.
at any given
like-
moment. You are like
Yeah.
50 kilometers away from someone that you know.
Yeah,
All of the time,
yeah,
and it's
like
fucked up.
you-
I don't
yeah,
like
you can't really like get away from shit here, and I feel like that kind of stresses me out to some degree. Is like
it.
I remember someone from high school coming up to me being like, "Oh, how are you, Dominic?" And I'm like, please. I'm not doing this right now. Like, I'm just trying to go about my day and shit. And then, like, someone's like, come up to me. Like, someone I used to know is like, come up to me and been like, bruh, what are you doing? And then I'm like that stresses me out a lot. I'd say that's something that makes me hella anxious. And
A lot
once
of
it happens
things-
once, I'm like
yeah.
on edge for the rest of the hangout. Like, if me and Robin are hanging out in the city and we see someone that we know,
We're just like, we gotta
I'll be
get
like,
the
oh
fuck out.
shit, what
Get
if
the
there are
fuck
more
out."
people here, Robin? Like, we
Ah!
gotta go.
Ah!
Like, I'd say that makes me like pretty anxious. Yeah.
A lot of things used to make me anxious, but I'm really like not that bothered by a lot of stuff anymore.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like answers for this, and I'm like, I get stressed about things, but I don't really get scared.
yeah.
I don't really have that many things to be scared of. I think
Yeah.
I think
I feel
for the
like
most part, I'm gonna be
fear and
good.
stress are very different. Yeah.
Yeah,
Same.
a little. I mean, I'm a bit anxious about. I'm like gearing up to do solo music, and I'm a bit anxious about how I'm gonna do all that,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and like if it's gonna like work out.
You'll be fine. You'll
But,
be
like,
good.
I think I'll be good. It's like having. It's like
Yeah.
also being stressed about stuff is like negatively affects how you're doing stuff. And being anxious about stuff, like if I'm like worrying and stress and like like anxious about if it's gonna be okay the whole time, then I'm not gonna do it as good as I would if I'm just like, this is gonna be good. I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah. Exactly.
So it's better to have a mindset of just like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The fact that you bring up those,
Denial.
that's crazy shit.
Yeah.
That's like
some really.
That was for like the rollout for our first album.
Mm-hmm.
Funny that we attempted that because like no one was listening, even less people than the second time. Why was there a rollout for an album when no one listened?
Well, because it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun to do that.
Yeah,
It is
was
fun. It was fun, and it was great practice.
Yeah.
But
was.
yeah, I do like that
What-
dreading EP,
what's
especially
what's
that
some shit
song.
that makes you stressed.
Okay, recently, I don't know if y'all have seen the like stuff with like the H5N1 virus, but basically
Oh yeah,
people are saying that could be like another big pandemic, and it's like
COVID too.
I could do that, but I
Here we
really don't
come.
want to. I feel like I like how things are going right now. I really don't want to throw all.
I like
that
how things are
away.
going right now.
No, I'm the
Yeah, but at the same
like,
time,
I don't know. I think that like I feel that a lot actually. It's like I did one pandemic.
Yeah.
I couldn't fucking do another. Like again, and I feel
If
like
there
I'm
was
just
another
kind of getting
pandemic,
my
though-
life worked out as well. Like because
yeah,
like
true,
I just
actually.
finished school. I gotta like get a job,
Lock
start
the fuck
uni.
in.
Like I gotta get a couple other things going. Like if we were gonna do another pandemic, I wanted to know that I'd like be okay through it. And I feel like there's like a lot of change and like uncertainty in my life right
Like,
now.
if
and I
there
feel
was
like
a- if there was a-
no, like
2-year
Yeah.
pandemic right now. It started right now. I'd be fucked to get it. I like wouldn't be able to we wouldn't be able to get jobs and shit. Like we'd have to start uni like remotely. Like that'd be fucked up.
yeah,
Like, you
I don't
know?
want to do
Like
more
all of our
online
live shit
school,
that's just
bro.
now like
Yeah.
live shit that we're doing is just now getting proper traction, and we'd just be like
Yeah,
fucked for it.
yeah,
But worst comes to worst, we just hop on Terraria like a 5 and start STEREOCENTER 2.
exactly. Yeah,
and,
exactly.
you know,
I feel
we
like
do
that's
it-
what it would be.
Start from scratch again. Yeah.
Yeah, we just like regress in time.
Yeah, it's also just
You
like
know,
Get a redo.
I feel like I would though.
I feel like
I
the
would,
way
though.
that we view like quarantine and stuff, like it wouldn't be the same the second time because we have like things
Definitely
we
not,
have
no.
to do now. So it's like you can't just play
Yeah.
Terraria all day, unfortunately, because you gotta get jobs and go to
Exactly.
uni and do all
Yeah,
this stuff.
true.
Yeah,
But I mean, I can't get a
Yeah.
job if I'm stuck inside my house all day.
because you're like same age. You're 06 as well.
I'm
right?
05.
You're a 6, sir. You're a
Oh
5.
shit! Oh,
That's great.
damn.
I'm not the
Okay.
youngest one here.
Fuck.
Wait,
I'm
no,
on-
wait.
I'm on babysitting
Wait,
Judy
no,
right now.
I'm
What is
actually
this?
stupid because I thought you meant like 08.
Oh
I know
no,
you're
said
older
05
than
for some
both
reason.
of us.
I thought
Yeah,
you were
no.
like younger than us.
I was a
Oh, that's
freshman in high
awesome.
school when
Oh,
COVID
shit.
started. So then,
yeah.
So I missed my sophomore year entirely. But like, I feel like when it happened in my life was probably the best time it could have happened. Cause like I finished middle school, I had started high school, did most of the first year, and got cut off, and then I lost the second year, which is like the least important one, anyways.
That's kind of exactly what happened to us. We lost like the second and third years of high school, and not the first and last ones, which are like the real important ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was like year 8 and 9 for us, which is like
which like school for us it's like year 7 through 10.
Guys. Yeah.
Well, I mean, school for us is like high school is like year 7 through 10, and then college is year 11 and 12.
Yeah, we do like a little separate thing at the end. Yeah, I feel like college is probably closer to like American high school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, at least in Canberra, I know they do it differently in like Sydney for some reason.
Yeah, they do it different in the other Australian states. I have to like explain how they do it whenever I'm talking to any of my out of like
the way we do it is right, and the way they do it is wrong.
No, we have a thing called college, and it's year 11 and 12, and but I don't know why they did it differently for us and like no one else. That's
just because you run the British system, right? Isn't that why?
Is it? Is the British people do it like that?
No.
That'd be weird.
They have like A levels, and their college is like late high school for them too.
Yeah, true.
But they call it A
levels.
Oh,
they're British. They're British.
Yeah, I don't know.
British people. I wouldn't know about that. Yeah, bro. Seeing crackers.
I've been chilling with one British guy though. October Ghost. Cam, whatever his name is. Bro, he's cool. Shout out. Go follow him. He makes sick ass music.
You have a fucking Dalek poster right behind you in shot. You can't be talking shit about British people right now.
Do. Okay.
We are like the most nerdy Doctor Who fans on the planet. We can't be talking shit about British people.
I love.
And also I feel like I used to like
as well.
Yeah, exactly. And like
British
7
people
and 8,
invented a lot of things. We like fuck with.
In like year 7 and 8, I was always like, oh yeah, British people suck. Am I right? I feel like I can't joke about British people anymore because so much of the music I like is British. Like so much electronic music from Britain and like London is like formative shit in our like, you know.
We're
like our taste and influence. So like I can't be like British people because I'm like making drum and bass and garage and shit. So I can't be like and watching Doctor Who I've said this. Australia is like the Canada of Britain.
Yeah.
Like how Canada is to the US, Australia is that to Britain. I feel like.
I agree. Yeah.
There's like something to be said about that probably. Or I'm just stupid. But
it's like a similar thing, I think.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as dumb as Britain is, I feel like we can't be talking shit. You know, because Australia is also pretty fucking stupid. Like this is a dumb country. Like
Australia is like fundamentally unserious. Like
white Australia is not a real place. Like like it's like
Old Boy Joe is not a real person.
Old Boy Joe is not a real person. Fuck off. You know.
Bro, if I like pull up 500 to your house of those after this interview and I see his ass again,
we're gonna beat him up.
I'm gonna lose it.
I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna get my brass knuckles out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Give him that. You know.
Actually, Old Boy Joe, if you're watching this, it's on site.
It's on site. Old Boy Joe.
If y'all would like to talk more about Australia, so the vast majority of artists that I cover on here are American. When I get the chance, I do love to learning about other cultures as well. And I have talked to artists from like Brazil, Norway, Iceland. And whenever I do talk to artists that are from a culture that's not my own, I like to ask them, you know, what their favorite stuff about living there is, and if there's any artists they'd like to put me onto that are from there. Because I know there's some big ones like Flume, like Tampala, and like whatever, but like any like smaller local artists.
Yeah, but like that's Flume and Tampala bad.
I don't know. I feel like like people in the underground like don't really like the big mainstream artists, and I feel like we're definitely like that.
That's because they suck. I don't know. I feel like people lump Australian music into this. Yeah, you go first.
Yeah, I feel like all those big artists are just very like disconnected from like the actual music movements that are happening in Australia, and I feel like that's kind of the trade-off you make when you hit a certain point of like getting that big. Is like I feel like a lot of Australian artists that like hit that fucking level trade in like a part of their cultural identity for like mainstream success.
A little.
And I feel like I don't even think of Tame Impala. It's always like a thing when someone says, "Oh yeah, he's from like fucking Australia." You know that, right?
I'm never like, "Oh yeah." I'm never like,
"He is."
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, I guess so.
Like I don't think of him as being like a distinctly Australian artist. No, Same shit with Kid Laroi as well. Like
yeah,
I don't think Kid Laroi is being Australian. I don't Kid Laroi ain't real. But yeah, no, like I feel like a lot of like underground artists, like
I mean, I think Kid Laroi is a bit indigenous, so he probably shouldn't be talking shit like that. But like
Kid Laroi,
I think so. I've heard. I don't know. Man.
No,
I'm not entirely sure. I don't keep up to date on Kid Laroi. I just don't want to say anything like really insensitive.
Okay.
You know, because like that's important to keep aware of. But like, there is something like in like underground music, like people don't like the mainstream artists in Australia, and that's for a reason. It's because they're bad.
Damn, yeah, he is indigenous.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not saying anything bad about him, but like I just
not true.
Like he's not very involved with what's happening in Australia.
Yeah, and like the scene, not the culture, but like I'd say. Like
like the scene, and I feel like when you get that big, you just get out of touch with like what's happening, and I feel like that's probably the same in America or anywhere else. But I feel like you don't really fuck with
Australia.
A lot of the people.
I'm really annoyed by mainstream Australian music because there's always this like dumb as fuck hippie beach vibe in like popular Australian music that makes me so angry. Ocean Alley, Tame Impala's part of that. Flume is part of that. There's this like AAA sludge. I hate AAA.
Yeah.
My chair just fell. Hold on, wait. No, but I fucking hate AAA. Like, no, there's like, if you want to get to like actual good Australian music, I'll say that what little of an electronic scene there is in Australia is peak. Twin Light, Chonzu, all that type of shit.
Yeah, okay.
Is incredible.
My favorites in Australia right now are Rai.
Rai,
who's like
my god,
makes like I guess you could kind of call it. I don't want to like put this on him, but it's like PC.
We shouldn't put him in a box. It's a bit PC music. Yeah,
but it's like very computer pop, and I really like it.
It's really cool.
Yeah, Rai-Hi's really good.
Yeah,
Chonzu kind of makes I don't know. It's pretty different to what
I wouldn't say,
but it's like similar.
It's similar. It's the same kind of weird electronic. Stuff. I think.
Yeah.
Chonzu makes music that's very pastoral. And very
it has like a similar pastoral feeling.
It has like this granular kind of shimmering quality. It's really like cloudy
that's
and
a good
dreamy.
Way to put it. That's
I always think of it as this like digitally shimmering kind of sound. It's really interesting stuff. Yeah.
Twin Light is really good.
Twin Light is just like Aphex Twin makes Australian Aphex Twin.
Like reincarnated, honestly, like in a different body.
In 3 words, like listen to the newest EP, like triple single you put out, like Tara to Talk, MIDI Symphony, insane music, like
fucking crazy.
Best Australian music I've ever heard. Like,
it
makes me proud to like be from Australia, like and be born here and shit.
Shout out Twin Light.
Like I'm just so like. My goat.
I'm trying to think of more like producers, and then I'll list some rappers.
There's a lot of rappers,
but like there's like so many rappers. Nina Jiraki is really cool. Nina Jiraki.
Yeah. I mean, she's like huge.
Hyperpop.
She's gotten really big.
But I feel like she's like still pretty in touch with like what's happening in like the Australian scene. Like
it's really cool, actually.
Yeah, like she's really cool. Like she works with a lot of people.
No, she's the girl.
Oh wait, isn't TK
like, I feel like
from Australia?
Wait, hold up.
TK. I think I've heard of that. I heard of them. I don't know.
I like her stuff.
Wait, yeah.
I've heard of her. Yeah, I haven't heard any of her
from
music.
Australia.
But she is,
Yeah.
There I think more producers.
Igloo Ghost. Igloo Ghost is from Australia as well.
That is an insane thing to me.
Is really good.
Igloo Ghost being from Australia feels like incredible.
Tidal Memory XO is like fucking crazy.
Crazy product.
And then my favorite project. Oz. Yeah. So yeah, if I had to give you 5 producers, I'd say. Well, I mean, Rai is like kind of like he produces all his own music, but he does also like rap.
Like a singer, you know.
So yeah, Rai, Chonzu, Twin Light, and then Nina Jiraki and Igloo Ghost are like my 5 favorite Aussie producers right now. And then as for rappers, Float, who I mentioned earlier, Nathan,
Float.
Lil Ket makes really good music, and like Stealthy Noob as a whole, they're like kind of a collective.
They're pretty cool,
doing their thing. They're pretty cool. Definitely check them out if you need cool Oz rap. fuck. Who else? Kill Travis is really good. He kind of works
Travis
like
is great.
hardstyle into his music in a really interesting way, which I love. Shout out Kill Travis. And then bro, there's like so many people, and I'm like struggling to think of like when I'm
it's like
when I
so
go to
much that
list
you
them,
can't
I'm
you're like put on the spot, you know.
And you're
I
hot,
get that.
you're hot. You're
hot. Yes, you're hot from
Brisbane. Yeah.
You're hot from Brisbane.
That's like, yeah. And Sleeper as well. Sleeper from
Yeah.
Sydney. Sleeper
Sleeper's
and You're Hot are,
incredible.
like my goats. Yeah.
I feel like there's such a good like what's it called? What's this direction? East Coast like has such a
yeah, like Brisbane
interesting
have a lot
array.
of really good rappers.
like Brisbane
further
down
up
to
the coast than us.
Sydney. Brisbane down
Yeah,
to Sydney.
Brisbane
Like
and
that whole
Sydney have
like this whole side of
rap.
Australia is really interesting. I don't know much shit from that, but like this whole side of it
Yeah.
is really great.
Yeah.
Like
Definitely.
everything that's happening, I feel like this is like one of the best times for Australian
Totally.
like there's ever been.
Yeah, no.
Mhm.
There's like so many people doing that.
So much unique
Yeah.
shit happening. Yeah.
Yeah, genuinely.
On God.
Yeah, and in terms of like
Arr.
favorite things about living in Australia that are like specific to there, I guess.
I mean, there are benefits.
Yeah,
I'm trying to-
we are
I'm
Okay,
trying to
also
maybe
going through, like, a
maybe if
cost
it's
of
not
living
favorite,
crisis
just like
right
unique
now.
things about living there. Then If they're
Unique,
not fav-
interesting.
they're
I
not
like how
favorites.
close. I like how close we are to nature. I think that's like one of my.
That is a
favorite
really
things.
interesting. It's really.
I
good
think
aspect.
that shit is cool, and like especially
get
where like
incredible
Canberra is
sunsets.
situated. It's like you can go 2 hours one direction and you're like at the mountains in the snow, and then you can go 2 hours in another direction and you're at the beach. Like we have a really good split of like nature kind of things, and I feel like we're very much around nature. So yeah,
And it informs our music a lot as well.
yeah, I think
We
that
are
does
going
play
through a
big
cost
part.
of living crisis at the moment. It's not awesome.
Yeah, our
Um,
government are like a little bit shitty, but
It's funny. I only
yeah.
noticed when they upped the price from $3 to $4.05.
Yeah, no,
I was like, what the
yeah.
fuck? The
Our
economic crash is
supermarkets
real.
basically, yeah, no, our supermarkets basically like do this thing called price gouging, where they make everything like way more expensive than it actually is, and like jack up prices. Like
Stupid
energy
shit.
drink, it's like $4 for like a fucking energy drink now, and it's crazy.
That's
And,
dumb.
yeah,
That's like
no,
dumb
I'm
shit.
actually gonna start shoplifting again, bro. Like that shit is crazy. I
Real.
was so good at shoplifting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every alt kid was really good at shoplifting, right? Like if you ask
Yeah,
anyone,
real.
like when you're
Yeah.
14, you get really cracked at shoplifting if you're into like
Yeah,
alt shit.
because
for
it's like
some
the
reason.
most interesting thing to do in Canberra.
Actually, Canberra. Look, okay,
Because there's
there
fucking nothing to do.
are benefits to Australia. There are little to no benefits about Canberra. I hate that
Yeah,
place.
yeah.
It sucks. It's just like
Yeah.
imagine Washington D.C., but a billion times less interesting. Like it's just
Yeah,
there
I'd
for the
equate
government.
it to DC.
It's entirely there. It's entirely there for public service jobs and for like government to exist in. It's like
Yeah,
you might as well just
'cause
make
it's
like a fucking
desi-
Parliament
it's like
House in the middle of
planned
nowhere,
capital.
right?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
fucking dumb.
What are the
I love
upsides to
Sydney.
living in Houston?
What is what
Yeah.
like in Houston?
Like, what are the
Upsides.
upsides to living? Because that's where you are. Isn't it?
Yeah.
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 I mean, it's not a okay. I don't know if there's any upsides. It's like it's flat and concrete everywhere. Like y'all would probably hate it here.
True. Nah, it's kind of a vibe. I went there once.
Oh really?
I went to like Houston Airport. Yeah, I have a story about this actually. I got stuck in Houston Airport for like 4 hours.
Texas
I
just
was-
seems like I don't know.
Yeah.
Out of all the places in America that I would want to go,
I'd go to Houston.
I go to
Like,
Houston.
I'd go to check it out for a couple days.
I mean, yeah, I
I wouldn't want to
guess
like
so.
stay there, I guess. But
I
like,
mean,
nah.
You know where I really want to go though? Like the entirety of the Pacific Northwest just seems like a fucking fun, like a great area.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
just
yeah,
basically just
totally.
like where they shot Twin Peaks. I just want to go there.
Yeah, that shit
'Cause,
is
like,
hard.
And I love like Canada and Alaska, like how they look.
Yeah,
they
I really want
like,
to go to Alaska.
Peak. You know?
Wait, I gotta talk to you about Alaska in a sec. We gotta plan a trip. Yeah.
We do actually like hype shit. real shit.
Someone I know was like, "When are you coming to stay?" And they live in Alaska, so I reckon we should like
You
take.
got an
them up on
oomph
that
in
offer and, like-
Alaska? That's crazy. We should do
Yeah, well, not an oomph. It's like some family. shit.
Family?
I don't want
Oh,
to say
real.
too much about it, you know.
Oh yeah, no,
Like,
I would be down.
yeah,
for, like
we gotta pull up to
seems
Alaska. I
peak.
reckon.
I'd be
and,
so
like,
down.
visit them. I reckon.
Yeah.
But yeah, I fucked with Houston Airport. Like that's like a really cool airport in my mind.
Mhm.
Like I fucked with it heavy. Like yeah, I got stuck at a Chick-fil-A in Houston Airport for like 4 hours when I was a kid.
Oh
because,
yeah, you told me this story.
Yeah, I
Story.
tell this story a lot, but yeah, it was like a layover flight because I was in New York with my family, and then we had like a layover flight back to Australia. You can't go all the way from New York to Australia because that's like a fucking like
that's
long as shit flight. I'm pretty sure like Houston to Sydney is like one of the furthest flights you can go distance wise. Like it's a 20-hour flight. So we flew from New York to Houston and then back home. But like my parents really wanted to go shopping like in the layover flight. So it just left me and my brother at like a Chick-fil-A, and like I was just reading my book and I wasn't aware at the time. I didn't have a phone or anything because I was like a kid. And like 4 hours go by, and then like they start calling our names. You know how they do that shit at airports when you like miss a flight or like you're late to your flight, they'll call your names over the PA system. So they called the names of like my parents over the PA, and then we're like, whoa, wait, what the fuck? We're like late to our flight. And we're like, it was like early in the morning. It was like 1 a.m. or something. Like it was a really late as fuck flight because it was like a layover flight. So we had no sense of time. So we heard them call our names, and we went over to like the gate we were boarding at. We were like, yeah, our parents are just late. And then like we could literally like see our parents from like the other end of the terminal, and we're like, come on, hurry up, like what are you doing? And we're like hand motioning to them, and they're just like strolling down, you know. And they're walking down from like the other end of like this massive ass airport terminal, and me and my brother are just like, what the fuck? We're gonna like miss our flight. We're gonna be stuck in fucking Houston airport. But yeah, no, it was funny. We just like yeah, we just got stuck in like Houston airport for like 4 hours.
Funny as fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it. There is one upside to Houston. The food here is really good.
Yeah,
we have like everything.
What type of food?
No, because like Houston is one of the most like culturally diverse like cities in America. So we have like literally everything here.
I mean that seems like the great thing about America. Such a cultural mishmash. It's like everything you could ever in most ways. That's what it seems like.
We have mainly like a lot of
Asian food.
In
Canberra, like, especially.
That's like a big thing going on,
and it's great, like, especially when you're. I mean, I'm vegetarian. Dom's got an allergic to dairy.
Yeah, I have like hella food allergies.
Well, like combined, we are like vegan, and a lot of Asian food is like dairy free, and you can get it without meat if you want. And it's like really useful, and it's also
that noodle bowl we had like
that was amazing.
Like, fucking.
Like you can go to any city, you can go to any like shop district, like any city district, like of anywhere.
You'll just find like some hella
and you'll
good
find
noodle
some hella good noodle bowl for like $15, which is like $7 in American currency.
You're fucked if you want anything else, but yeah, if you like noodles and Asian food, then like
it's peak.
I'm like happy with that. Like
I'm happy with it. I don't really need anything. Again, I can't like I don't steakhouse. Like what the fuck am I gonna eat there?
Yeah,
but like,
still, what type of shit got going on in Houston though?
There's a lot of Asian.
Like, what would you?
There's a lot of really good like Indian food here too.
Oh, there's some of that in Canberra as well. I love, like the Indian food places here are really good. It's not that many when you find.
If you were like going out to eat, like where would you go? Like what would you get?
What's your top spot?
Okay, I'm a very picky eater, so I'm not the person to ask you this at all.
Valid.
But there is a lot of really good stuff here. It's just the stuff I'll be eating from it is probably like the least interesting stuff. There's a lot of really good sushi spots in Houston, so.
Oh, sick!
If you want sushi, there's a lot of spots for that.
Real.
That's real as fuck.
We will pull up.
We'll pull up to Houston.
You'll be hearing from us shortly.
Houston, Texas.
I'm gonna rock up, but I'm not gonna tell you when. I'm just gonna send you a text and be like, "Yo, I'm in Houston. Where you at, bro?"
No. I'm not gonna send a text. I'm just gonna like knock on your door and like invite myself in. And like hide in your closet and wait for you to get home. And like
your monster,
when you come home, and I'll be like, "Boo! It's Stereo Center." Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh wait, how hot is Australia? Because y'all are by the equator, right?
It's
hot.
It's not that we're by the equator. It's that we have like a big fucking hole in the ozone layer that's like over.
Yeah, like Australia, right above us. And like, listen. In autumn, winter, even great. Spring, you're pushing it. Summer, like 30 Celsius plus regularly. And that's like,
Yeah,
I don't know how hot that is.
It's hot as fuck here.
Hey Siri.
Yeah, I don't know what the conversion is.
Fuck. I'm gonna figure out the conversion because I need you guys to understand.
Wait, hold
like,
on.
All you Fahrenheit guys. 30 Celsius. I got it up. Hold on. To Fahrenheit. That's 86 Fahrenheit.
That's like good weather for here.
Really?
No, like hold
Yeah,
on.
30?
Well,
No, dude, like
Houston's like desert.
over the summer it can get to
true.
like
hot.
38 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gotten to
that's-
45 here a few times.
Yeah, it gets to like
45 is like the most it can. 30 is like
Yeah.
shorts weather, and I hate wearing shorts. I never wear shorts.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck.
because we always like try have that shit on, and summer makes it hard for us. 'cause
Summer
we
makes
just,
it
like,
really hard to
need
have that shit
shorts,
on.
and it's like
Okay, I didn't know you had
Yeah.
it that bad in Houston. Damn. Okay,
No,
you
it
might
gets
be
to
fine.
puts
Well,
it's
it makes
humid here
sense,
too, so it gets
'cause
to be like
Houston's,
100
like,
degrees in the
desert.
summer.
Sure.
yeah.
I
That's
love that.
crazy.
Listen, as stupid as Fahrenheit is, growing up with Celsius, it's really cool to be able to say, yeah, it's 100 degrees right now. Like it's literally 100 degrees. That's fucking sick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And it's kind of like intuitive, like 0 cold, 100 really hot, 50 in the middle. It's like a scale. It makes sense. Like I get it now.
yeah.
I spent so long not understand. Like you'd say some number and I'd just be like, what the fuck is that's like that doesn't make any sense. But now I get it. But like I'd still prefer
Yeah,
Celsius.
I think the worst
Like-
thing is like I can deal with the heat, but it's like I said earlier, like my main hobby is like going on walks with people, and it's like over the summer, like that's not happening. No way.
Yeah.
So it's like
No,
I wanna go.
Australian summer. Nah.
mhm. Like
It's like
I want to be
you
able to go
either-
places and not
dude.
spend money on stuff, and like you kind of have to spend money on
Yeah.
stuff if you're not gonna go like to the park or something.
Yeah.
And, like,
Yeah,
still
like,
go out.
Australia-
Yeah, that shit annoying.
The method in
Yeah.
Australian summer is you either go out in the morning or in the evening. Just stay in your house
Yeah.
from like between like 10 and like 5. Like if
Yeah,
you go
you
out in
just gotta,
between
like,
those hours,
bunk it
you're just
down.
like sweaty as fuck. Like unless you get
Yeah.
like 3 ice packs and you bring them with you, and like
Yeah.
you know it's like fucked up. No, I'm kind of bummed that you also have really hot summers because like I always love bragging about how hot it gets here because I'm like yeah we survived
Yeah.
through like 30-degree weather.
For 86
That's, like,
degrees.
86.
No, I feel like you
86
kinda
is
get
like
it,
good
'cause-
weather for here. People will be like,
That's fucked. I'd kill
Yeah.
myself. Like I'm sorry.
Well, it makes sense because like Houston is literally a desert. Like
I don't know shit about
like-
like where shit is. I don't know shit about fuck, man.
I mean, I guess America's like similar to us, where it's
Oh, there
like
a little bit.
the middle bit is just kind of like a desert. Like, I feel like that's similar to Australia because like
Yeah. Like the middle part of
really
Australia is like
is-
like all the cities are just around. It's like a circle of major
Mhm.
cities and then just fuck all in the middle.
yeah, that shit is
You know,
fucked. Yeah,
It's like
yeah. All right. So I know this has been a pretty long interview, but I have one final question
Yeah.
and then the closing question. But this is the
Easy.
first interview that I've recorded in 2025. So special little honor for y'all.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask y'all,
Wow.
what are y'all most proud of accomplishing last year? And then is there anything you want to share about your plans for this year?
I'm incredibly proud of the like whole album last year. I just think it was really well done. Like to toot my own horn and it's like to say my own shit. Like I'm so proud of like making that album and having it out and having people actually listen to it. It's like
Yeah.
it was like such a moment for me because that's like the only thing that I wanted to happen 2 years, and then it happened. And
Yeah.
like as a person, I've just like grown so much over the last year. Like a lot of shit happened in
Yeah.
2024.
So much shit happened in 2024.
And I just feel like I am like the best version of myself right now, and like I'm a lot happier for
Real.
it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
yeah, you go over what you was proud of.
Okay, the thing I'm most proud of is one, yeah, our album, but like we
Yeah.
dropped on like a label for the first time as well.
Oh yeah, we fucking
which
did, didn't
I
we?
was like, that was
That's
such
hype.
a like cool moment because like
Yeah,
I was
wow.
kind of like geeking about what demo to send them and I didn't know, and then like we ended up like fucking dropping on this label that's run by this like super awesome DJ called Mincy, who's like a hella fire like D&B DJ, and
Yeah.
she runs this label and they do like all these sick ass events up in Sydney, and I literally just sent her a demo and she was like, this is fire, I would love to release this. And like we had to sign like a distribution contract and everything for it.
Crazy.
And like just doing that, I was like, wow, holy fuck, like this is like, it kind of felt a bit realer than like, because I'm like just putting used to like out. Making shit in like in my house or at Robin's house, and then like, you know, doing everything ourselves. Like signing a distribution contract was such a like weird moment. I was like, dog.
It's okay. Wow. Okay. Like this is like an actual thing.
Yeah. Now, it's like this is real. Yeah.
I totally forgot that happened last year. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, and like again, like it wasn't some random like fucking indie label. It was like a label I like respect like a proper one. Like yeah, like a proper fucking label.
There's no point in putting something on a label just like gonna get you the same amount of like play that you already get. You know, like some bullshit indie label. You know, I think
they have like a mailing list, so they like sent the like track out to like other DJs and like put hella other DJs like on like so they can play it in their sets, and like a bunch of like crazy ass DJs I never even heard of like have that on their USBs now.
It's insane.
They like play that in their sets. Like I don't even know
it's
how
crazy
much,
to me.
Like just the idea that like our track could be getting like played at some rave or party like
or like club
like,
in, like
that's so far removed
Finland
from us
or something.
We'll never know about it. Like that makes me happy.
Yeah, I'm so happy about that.
Yeah, I'd say I'm pretty proud of that.
And for the future, we got some plots and schemes coming. We got some schemes and plots. I don't want to spoil too much, but
yeah.
Dom, you can go first because I don't know how much we want to reveal.
I'm just looking forward to like doing more live shit. I think
that's
like I think that's what I'm really hyped about. It's just like party and DJ more like. Because I think DJing's like makes me very happy, and I think
it
like,
does,
especially with a lot of the stuff we've been making now, it feels like very designed to like be played at a club and like you know like party music, I guess. And I think just like doing more live stuff and feeling that energy is like crazy.
The idea of party IDM is like the funniest thing in the universe. Like that we're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like really funny. I'm so excited for this next album rollout. I'm excited to release like drip feed music to everybody. I'm excited to work with more people.
We're gonna have a new system where like
we're kind of we're gonna try to like soft launch a second SoundCloud account. We've put chemtrails out on that.
We're gonna do
is that the archive one?
Account.
Yeah, no, the different SoundCloud account.
Yeah, like a different one.
BioRadio and then a bunch of numbers.
Oh,
but we're just gonna put hella.
I know y'all follow me back on something. I forgot which one, but someone followed me back on one of the SoundCloud accounts.
I followed you back on the archive account.
Okay.
Yeah. I followed.
But we've decided that because we're making so much music for this. We're a bit inspired by the Aphex Twin SoundCloud account where it's user and a bunch of numbers and he just puts anything he wants on there.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really cool to have a SoundCloud where we can just put songs on there and just be like, this is what we're making right now.
Yeah.
And
like even if it doesn't get like the full fucking single treatment, like we can just do it.
And of course we're still gonna do like proper singles on streaming and whatever. Have like,
but it's just like an extra output source for us.
So, and to be able to like do easy collaboration, throw them on there, or like get guest DJ sets to like throw them on there. That's like a really cool. And I'm just excited to explore like the visual world of BioRadio.
Yeah.
It's always fun to be starting a new album rollout because it's kind of just like showing everyone like here's where I'm at right now. Because like
I agree.
And it always gets frustrating like, after a certain while, like after you put out something after a certain, you're just like, okay, well no one knows like what I'm doing right, but people are gonna start knowing. It's really exciting.
That shit's hard.
Oh God.
Yeah. All right. Well, I will be there when it happens. As a Stereo Center fan, I will be listening, so very excited for it.
Legend. Yeah, no, I'm hyped for you to hear it, bro. I'm hyped to see what you do as well, because like your shit.
Yeah, true. Your shit is.
Have you gotten any like production credits for anyone recently that you're like hyped about?
I mean the EP I just put out is like what I've been working on for the last couple of months.
Hell yeah.
So, crazy shit.
Yeah, I gotta like listen to it proper. I like listen to a couple tracks, but I gotta like sit down.
I appreciate you checking it out though.
Listen to it. Yeah, no, of course.
Yeah.
I wasn't about to like come on your show and like not know anything.
Yeah,
because I feel like that's just like that's disrespectful, high key. like I would hate to have gotten here and just been like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, I have a lot of stuff I wanna like. There's a lot of like projects I have planned for this year where I haven't started on them yet, but it's all like collaborating with people more, and I think it'll be really fun.
No,
so
I
I'm
get
excited
that.
for that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And speaking of,
I'm hyped to see that, and I'll be listening to that too.
Yeah. I feel the same shit. I'll be listening. I'll be right there.
Well, thank you. But as the episode comes to a close, is there anyone you want to give a shout out to?
To everyone that's like supported us, everyone like in the Australian underground. If you're watching this, I love all you guys. There's probably a bunch of people I'm like forgetting to mention.
Yeah, there always is,
like all my like Australian friends and even like all my international friends as well, like Zeeks and Bappy and all the KG people who have been like kind of like helping us since like and like been our friends and stuff since like 2022, like since like Sigil CP and like Ethine and Octua, like like y'all have been crazy, and like just the people who were there for me, like my school friends. Like shout out Steely, shout out
that's
Nara
mainly
Baghdad boys.
Shout out Steely, shout out Nara Baghdad boys.
Just like all my school friends and like everyone.
That's mainly who
there's
I
like too many people to list.
Shout out like everyone close to me, everyone who's supported me. Shout out to my girlfriend, shout out to my family, shout out to his family.
Shout out to his family.
No, like shout out to Dominik, shout out to everyone in the underground scene who's like been with us and like performed with us, like Riley. Shout out to James Chunzu, shout out to Sleeper, shout out to Yorhide.
Shout out everyone.
Shout out my friends.
It's just like too many people to list.
Plunknem. Shout out Plunknem. Y'all don't know about that.
Plunknem.
Crazy shit.
Y'all been trying people out the whole interview.
So that's everyone. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but like you're really like so like drop some deep shit at the end of the interview.
Yeah, real.
Like I am like a part of everyone around me. Part of me.
So
it's important to talk about people. Go like, everybody.
Yeah, you gotta like acknowledge it.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I love edging, wrapping up this.
Okay. Well, shout out all those people, and
and you think it's gonna end and then it goes on for another 5.
No,
like it's over, huh? You thought it was over.
Shout out all those people, and shout out Stereo Center. This is super fun. This was the longest interview I have ever done. So
seriously, I'm such a yapper. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay though. I figured it'd probably be like normally what happens is I talk, and then the other person talks, and then there's dead space. And I cut all of it out, but there really wasn't any of that because there's 2 of y'all. So. I think y'all are definitely gonna
fill each other's blanks,
Yeah. But this was super fun. I know you were really wanting to make this happen, so glad we did. Definitely one of my favorites that I've done. So,
Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad, bro.
All of their links in the description down below for both Stereo Center, and they're both individual personal links. So go tap in with Dominik and Robin because they're both super, super awesome. And if you're at the end of the interview and you have not heard their music for whatever reason, please go do that because you will be regretting it for the rest of your life if you don't. And I mean that.
Real talk. And sub to Hidden Driveway, right?
Sub to Hidden Driveway. That's on Hidden Driveway.
I never say
shout out. I
never say to like, subscribe, or comment, but this time I will.
I'll say it. Like, subscribe, comment. Hidden Driveway. Comment. Comment if you subscribed and like about and like subscribe to Hidden Driveway on God.
So true.
Make sure to smash that like button.
Make sure to smash that like button and comment your favorite moment in the video.
And Brofist.
Stereo Center funny moments.
Brofist. Stereo Center Brofist. Hit the dab.
Yeah, that's like a perfect place to end it, I reckon.
I think we're good. That's good. That's good.
All right. Well,
I've said everything I wanted to now.
I'm Amu. This has been the Hidden Driveway Show. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Peace.
Peace.